Good evening, everybody, and dear God, I hope there's sound. All of a sudden, I just had, yeah, we do. Cool. It's been a month. It's legitimately been 34 days since we last rolled a dice in this dice game. But welcome, everybody, to the Component Cast. This is our Tuesday crew show. This is our Tuesday crew show, Lancer. So, Roach, what are we playing?
Are you sure, Midge?
Yeah.
Didn't look like
that was so smooth. It was like you weren't stumbling over your words or anything.
I was
Are you
trying
sure
to
you're
get
in the right timeline?
No. I'm
Should we go and get late? He can do segues.
I'm not sure I left Poland at this point.
Yeah, we play Lancer. That's what Lancer's Tuesday crew game is. We play Lancer and Lancer.
Why these cameras?
To be fair, I don't know if this show has a title.
It does.
It's just Lancer.
It's just business. Lancer, it's just
All right, it's just business. Yes, sorry, it's been a month.
Yeah, it's been a month. Hey, everybody. Yeah, we play Lancer on this in this game. It's available for Massive Press. They have a new print run available for their main rulebook. Go and check out their website or their HIO page. Buy it. It's worth it. Do it now.
Okay. Mikey, do you have anything to chat about?
I do. So, I have spent God knows how long figuring out podcast stuff with Midge's help. Thank you, sir, for those icons and stuff. So now you can find all of our shows on YouTube podcasts, all on individual podcast channels. So whatever particular show you want to listen to, if it's this show, you got to search up Lancer Is Just Business on any podcast app. You can find our Dungeons & Dragons show, the Elendar Chronicles, our Urban Jungle show, Trokrogan Nights, our Swyhander show, the Great Schism, our Lancer show, It's Just Business, and our specials, including the Elite Dangerous, Rival Zone special, the Goodies for Gobbies, Red Moogle special, and the House of Time, Midgeman special on the Podbean, Player FM, Podchaser, Listen Notes, BloomPay, Apple Podcasts, Overcast, Pocket Cast, Castro, Castbox, Podfriend, and Good Pods. You can also find them all on YouTube podcasts, or just on YouTube itself if you want to listen to it and watch our beautiful faces while you're at it. Shows release on YouTube and on the podcast channels at 12 noon GMT, Friday for Elendar, Saturday for Lancer, and Sunday for Cyberpunk. Please remember to turn on your auto downloader on your preferred podcast app. Be sure to leave a review and share it with your friends who are equally as nerdy.
All right, hands up. Mikey did the most professional one on last.
I was gonna say,
yeah.
like, I wish
why
Mikey
you
was here.
rehearse.
20 minutes before the start of this game and fucking nailed it.
Fucking Mike.
I took a fucking nap. I was
Yeah.
dying.
I look bad now as a producer. Thank you, Mikey. No, but
You're very welcome.
yeah, he's been. I just want to actually.
Buy merch.
I was gonna. That was where I was going next. Yes, we have we updated the merch store. The What Podcast the What Podcast hoodie is only going to be available until December 25th. So if you want to get our What Podcast stuff, you're in a limited window. We also have some awesome Avari merch. We have all sorts of fun merch. And also, if you like a particular show, its merch is only available while that show is live. So if this story ends and you haven't bought the merch, you'll have about 2 weeks and then it's gone for good. That being said, we might be doing something at the beginning of next year if you missed out on previous merch drops that you might be able to pick some stuff up, but you can get that at store.com. Yeah, red.
Once the What Podcast thing is gone, can we have Mikey's speech on the back of a hoodie and going, this podcast?
Just listing all the
this
podcast services.
Yeah, in
this-
Irish.
Just down the
It
back.
has to be pronounced in Irish.
I can do that. Sure.
So it's like-
I'll get you a translation image if you want.
Right.
Would you like it in German, Finnish, Japanese,
I'm
French?
No, it's just
Italian,
phonetic. It's
or
just
anything like
phonetic.
that?
You know, when you
Because
you do it, it's just like
Irish
the
isn't
sounding of
phonetic.
words.
Irish is
No,
not
it's
phonetic. It's
Irish is
dyslexic.
very not phonetic.
it's
There's a
dyslexic.
reason why
Dyslexic.
me, a
It-
dyslexic person,
I-
struggles with our own names. It's because
To
it's
all
like,
dozen of our Irish
What?
viewers, we're sorry.
no, we're not. I am one of them.
A large percentage of our viewership is actually Irish, so it's
Yeah.
not. It's
For all
Hi,
dozen
Anto.
of our viewers.
That's the catch-all with Gaelic languages. Their pronunciation is just imaginary.
they're,
Yeah,
no,
they just
they're-
make it
You
up.
make it up depending on
They're-
how the word looks.
their pronunciation
Before we
is
insult
"fuck the British."
more-
That's what the pronunciation is.
See, he's got it right now. I'm sorry.
It's
but-
what
That
it is.
explains so much about America as well.
It's
It
just
does,
like,
yeah.
yeah, how do you say
Fender,
this?
no. Trunk, no.
Yes, this name Sibohan, no. Siobhan. But
Siobhan.
yeah, exactly.
Leaf's a
Anyway.
good one.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can blame the Normans for that.
Anyway, friends.
You're very welcome.
Anyway. Just as a final thing, if you want to support us, the best way to do it is to either become a Twitch sub or become one of our patrons. Patrons give us the biggest slice of the pie and help us produce awesome shows such as this one. This one's going to be a very zoomy show. This is also your warning for that. I don't know if this intro has been anything to go by, but we are a further 6 minutes into the broadcast, and we haven't even got to the intro yet. So you know what? I'm going to stop talking. Please consider supporting
Have
us.
you
if
ever watched
haven't
one of
already.
my streams? It's 15 minutes minimum.
Shush. We're going to go into the intro. We're back.
Welcome to the Zoomy podcast. You thought we were playing Lancer? Oh, you fools! You fools!
That's what
We're just here to
I'll
talk
also
shit.
point out, because I want to just say that the internet, we're no longer allowed to use pod in a website name. Doesn't matter if you're doing podcasts or not. We're full up. There's too many.
That's hilarious.
Oh, damn it. I was going to do my pod tide eating competition website.
Don't do
So,
it. Don't. No.
90%
Don't
of
even.
those
Don't even
names.
talk about that anymore.
Oh my god.
So, we started off. Well, we ended off last episode in the middle of combat. So I'm just gonna do the recap here as best I can because it's been 34 days since we've last actually been inside of this. This
In
game.
short, we're fighting a ninja and a chonka. The ninja's
Yeah.
starting to win.
A both athletic man is not wrong.
Yes.
So, yeah, that's kind of yeah. But yeah, you're assaulting a target that has some POWs of your side, like supposedly inside of it. You're gonna try and rescue them. So you have to clear this area, and then you have to hold it until they can be found. You have some infantry with you and some APCs that are waiting for you to do a little bit of clearing before moving forward and assaulting the building. You have most of the enemies cleared out except for a random spotter over here that just has a laser, but not even like an offensive laser, just a laser pointer. And then the two named characters that you saw previously, or that you saw previously, but now you actually have the names of. So, Coots, the big brawling mech in the Drake, and then you also saw, but is no longer visible now, the Swallowtail named Diva, that was last seen just teleported out of existence of their own volition. So. And that's
Get it to tilt the right angle anymore.
Spin my head right.
Yeah, like it doesn't want to tilt. Like it wants to fix to the angle, so I can't get it to just go straight up.
oh,
Oh shit, that's fine. It's fine. It's fine. I've had this
Just
problem
fuck
before on
around.
Foundry.
Lake has fucked around and found out.
No, I was moving my map around, and I'm used to using Roll20, so Shift and Scroll wheel allows you to move the map back and forth. But when you're on this map, it rotates the token.
Oh boy.
I'm sorry. Anytime you need to move, you just need to keep going back and forth on that because it's the perfect.
Yeah.
It's a perfect shitty
Junk,
movement
junk,
animation.
junk.
Yeah. I can't look at that anymore. That's too funny. So yeah, that's where. But we ended off with Diva's last turn, and now it is the top of your all's turn. So who wants to go? Reaper, Ursa, Demon, Comet, Thompson, Straight Leg have all not gone. So you have all of activations available.
Do you guys mind if I go first?
Go ahead.
Cool. So, when we leveled up, and I entirely forgot about this last session, I took an extra agility, which means I now have speed 5. Not sponsored. Trademark.
I mean, we're long past speed 5.
Yes.
I
So
I will talk to you. There's something funny happened today.
Mitch will say
involving
something
I'll
that he's
talk
not
about
supposed
that.
to say later.
No, it's totally fine.
Yeah.
I was in the bank for an hour today. I'll tell you. I'll talk to you guys about that later. It's funny.
Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and boost for 10 squares of movement, and due to my clamps, going up and down buildings counts as flat terrain. So
Cool. So you're not even flying. You're literally
No.
just like you're just
Just clap.
locked onto the ground.
yeah. So yeah, I move from there to. Yeah, there seems good. It's behind a bit of cover. That seems smart. So whoop. And now that I have moved and I am behind cover, I am hidden again.
Mm-hmm.
I will learn these symbols eventually.
You can't. There
I
are
won't.
like tooltip pop-ups if you hover over them, but
Yeah, I just gotta find it. I'll do that in a minute. I also then spend my my last turn to reload my weapons. My last action to reload all my weapons. So I will stabilize, reload, and yeah, that'll be it.
end of your turn.
That's the end of my turn.
Cool. All right. The spotter will go. Need to double check if this has any offensive capabilities whatsoever. Okay. So it's gonna move.
That's a no to offensive capabilities, then, Roach.
Shut up. 5, 6.
I believe since it starts moving, it provokes an opportunity attack from me.
It was right here, so I don't know if
'Cause-
you're.
It was in the thread of my my shotgun.
Oh, then sure. I don't know if it'll stop moving because of that, but so you can just target and
Wait,
shoot.
I get to take a shot at it either way. Yeah. Deck Sweeper. This is at a +1 accuracy, and I have to double check my abilities because it has been 34 days since I looked at Lancer. I apologize.
I think this episode's going to be called 34 days.
34 days later.
Honestly, usually I will name the episode something business related, but I think that works.
Cool. Wait, that's 7 damage?
34
Yeah.
days overdue.
Yeah.
There we
Or 34-day charge.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Let's say it gets right about there before you just see this just blow up.
And
It's
and
dead.
here you was bragging that shotgun's not going to stop that thing moving. Well,
I
it did.
Well, I didn't stop it moving, but I did think it was funny the fact that once it got where it was going to go, it was going to activate its one other ability other than spotting, which is to immediately use a stealth field and just go invisible.
I just love the idea that it like kind of like R2D2 noise. Does it just went up in pyro?
Yeah, it's pretty close to it. I do think it
The
probably
R2 screech.
it got like it did a setup like it was like it got on its haunches like a like a wild animal behind like up against a wall before it immediately started sprinting away.
Or it sprinted and then the pilots just like suddenly felt like they kept going because its legs had been shot out from underneath. So it's like the just like capture with the pilots and it just go, wait, that's the ground. Ah, boom.
So yeah, that's the end of the spotter's turn. That happened on his turn. Who else wants to go on your all side? Well, it's unless you wanted some of the NPCs to go.
I haven't moved this turn, but I also plan on going last because I currently have my shield up against these guys.
Yeah,
I
Demon's the
need
only other
to-
one.
I need to move so I can repair because I've taken 2 big hits.
Oh
But
yeah.
we're-
Yeah, do that then.
You want to go? Okay. Demon's
I
turn.
did my thing already.
I'll go behind that cover there, and then I will repair.
Okay.
Oh, Jesus Christ, mobile device.
There you go.
So apart from Ursa, is that all the PCs gone?
Yes.
So it's just NPCs until because Ursa wants to go last.
Unless Ursa wants to go before all the NPCs, but it's,
I mean, I can
No.
move again, can't I?
unless unless you've unless that was a full action to do your heal.
It's a full action to repair, I think.
Oh, okay. In which case, I'm good. I'll stay where I am. I only had 3 health.
Do we want to order the APCs to begin their assault?
No, because they've got those infantry inside that building, and if we try and
Oh,
get them
still.
too close, then we've
That's
got a
also
whole
the
problem.
building that the guys should be in.
Clarification: the whole point of the infantry are to go in there and kill those guys.
Yeah.
They
we
have
enough
anti-mech
to go
weapons.
in and kill these guys. So a minute.
Aren't they shielded right now though, so they can't actually fire, right? Ursa, what does your shield do?
It gives them penalties to shooting at me.
Oh, just you. Okay.
Some of you do have smoke dischargers.
Yeah, I've already
Yeah.
gone though.
I'm just-
I'm using that
Just-
for our escape as well, I think.
Plus, we don't know where that ninja bot is.
yeah, but my point was that we kind of at least have one elevation secured, the northern elevation, and Ursa can push down to the other corner, and that's basically 2 sides there, allowing an infantry assault to begin. We've got this mostly covered, so I think we should push them now. I think we should push them in now.
They're gonna take a while
How
to get
fast
there as
can
well.
they move, Roach?
What was that?
How fast can they move?
The Hudsons can move speed 4, so 8 a turn.
And they have to go in diagonals. That's the
They have to
thing
go
about-
straight.
They have to move in straight lines.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Sorry.
But so they can move. They have to, but they can't. So basically, they can move 4 in one direction and then 4 in another direction. They have to break up their movement, but they have to move straight whenever they move.
Yeah.
So one could get there, but not all of them could get there.
If there's a door.
What we could do is get the NPC mechs to sort of surround them and give them a bit of cover.
We want to leave fingers where he is. Like, he is effectively
Yeah,
a
no, that's
ruler.
fine. I'm thinking Thompson, Comet,
Straight
the ones
leg,
that are
maybe.
still there anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, they can
Protective
push
barrier.
up and assist.
So you want them to just push up and set up a perimeter, or at least set up a little wall.
Yeah, sort of in this sort of general area to the left there. If they can cover, one of them can cover here in case that frickin' ninja comes along, and then the other one can. Thompson can probably push towards the right and join us here. Comet can cover this left flank, allow Ursa to push down south.
Roach,
That would be my recommendation anyway.
that ninja, it can teleport anywhere within 50 tiles, right?
That's something you don't technically know, but I did tell you, I guess last time. Yeah, it's 50 range.
All right,
Line of
move
sight.
them, and we'll tell the other NPC mechs to form a perimeter around them as they move.
I will point out, just because it's something that might be worthwhile, because yeah, they do have sensors. Comet has the ability to blind targets that have sensor stats, and the infantry do have sensors. and it blinds them to anything that's not within. Basically, it makes their line of sight just a tile adjacent to them.
Yeah, so that would mean then that the APCs could move up without worrying about being shot at by a rocket because they're like, well, they can't see you, just flatly.
Yeah, that's a pretty good shout.
The only thing that they could see at that point is Ursa.
If you, I don't know if you can click on them to know their range,
Oh, so it'd be nobody. They couldn't see anybody because if you hover over them, it tells you where the border is.
Yeah, they don't barely even make it to the wall of the building, the edge of the wall of the building where they're at. So yeah, they wouldn't be able to target anything. They'd be able, once the other infantry get in there to actually start fighting, they would. But essentially, but Comet lets you know that, or I guess Thompson would let you know that, or you'd already know that. So if you'd like him to, or you'd like them to, I actually don't remember who Comet is on my head. It's been a while. Oh. Yeah, do you want them to do that as their action for this turn? Because I will just go ahead and...
Yeah, we're going to move them down to the building as quickly as possible.
It should be noted
having Comet blind these people is a good idea.
Actually, let's go check. Have the infantry in that building moved yet this turn?
Yeah, they finished off their turn.
Okay, so yeah, getting them to move now and then moving immediately first to next turn so they get in the building before anything has a chance to shoot them seems like doing that. That way they just get in there before there's any weird chance of anything really taking them out.
Yeah.
That's a good idea, I think.
I mean, the faster these guys get in there and can get the hostages out, the faster we can extract out of this area as well.
Yep.
So that's a critical hit with Comet's blind attack. So, yep, the infantry only have line of sight to their adjacent places.
Nice.
And that's until the end of their next turn.
Okay.
And that's it for Comet's turn. Do you think that's a charge to them?
Yeah, it says 4+ recharge.
Yeah, so that's it for Comets. Thompson gonna go, and they're just gonna. We're gonna double move. 8. And then straight leg. She do. It's been a while. I have to refamiliarize myself with all of
That's
the
all good,
NPCs
so do we.
in this fight.
I forgot they were on our side for a hot minute.
You were like, oh, we're surrounded. Oh, fuck.
Look, I hadn't seen Comet yet, and I was like, where the fuck did Comet come from? Who's Comet?
Midge was
It
shitting
is the time of
several
year
bricks.
for Comet and Dancer and Prancer and Root.
That's true.
I'd rather have
Stop
Blitz.
right now.
I'd rather have Donna
trees.
and Blitzen. And by that I mean we need another kebab episode.
No comment.
Straight leg is going to do their regular movement, which at all times is flying, and they're gonna go 1, 2, 3.
I mean, I'll take kebab over Burger King anytime.
That's fair. That's fair. That's fair, good old Utari.
It's okay, Utari. You don't remember that Burger King.
He doesn't. He doesn't remember much, to be honest.
He actually doesn't. We do have the picture. I actually have the picture on my phone.
Yeah.
We're getting into a lot of deep lore for this group, for this
Deep
our-
lore.
that our
I don't even
Twitch
know what
chat
they're
does
talking
not
about.
know.
It
And I
literally
work
goes
here.
from, like the base of Utari's stomach deep.
Basically, Utari got very ill after eating Burger King on his stag do earlier this year.
Bachelor party.
Like literally at the start of this year.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bachelor
And we
party's
will
for
never
the
let him forget
lace.
it.
Absolutely not.
It was
I mean,
self
we
burn.
had-
He brought it up.
He
Yeah.
did. It's his own fault.
True. Sure. see the armor here.
Where I'm zoomed out to get like as much of the battle as possible in the footage. It's just the corner of the screen. There was just an explosion.
Yeah, no, Straight Leg fired a missile launcher at Coots, and surprisingly, out of every attack that's attacked Coots this entire fight, did damage him with 1 HP of damage. That got through.
Nice. 1 damage is greater than 0.
It's 100% better.
Exactly.
And that's it for Straight Leg. It's Ursa's turn now.
Oh, I'm all that's left? All right. I was actually
You wanted-
feverishly looking up actions.
Or were you waiting? Did you want the APCs to go before you even went?
I don't think if it matters if I go before the EPCs, because I think we're really all that's left. I was actually just trying to figure out what action I might want to take. I think Ursa is going to... I'll use the ruler for this because it's easier. Ursa can get to here, and he's too big to take cover behind this building. So I think he will, in fact, just move again, and he will just put himself here and fully, basically cover himself behind this building, but take this far edge of this corner.
Okay.
And that is going to be his turn. I don't have anything to do with the other quick action, I'm afraid.
All right.
Can you lock on?
I can lock on to something. That would be a smart thing to do. My sensors are not great.
Don't need to be.
my
It
sensors
just needs
are-
to. You need to be able to see it. Lock on is automatic.
Yeah. it's just
No, lock on is
sensor
within range of sensor range, yeah.
But it's not a sensor roll.
Yeah, it's not.
That's what I'm saying. The only thing that's within 10 is these guys. So the only thing I can lock onto is these guys. So I will lock onto the guys in the building.
Okay, so put a lock on to them.
And that is Ursa's turn.
Cool. Okay. Well, we'll do the APCs. They got an order over their radio to go. 1, 2, 4. 1, 2. And they will begin unloading next turn. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3. Oh no, that'd be 3. And that's where they end up. Their turns. And I need somebody to just roll d20 for me.
I believe.
I'll do it.
Okay.
Okay.
Do it.
I don't know whether that's good or bad.
We'll find out. All right, and now we're on to round 3 of this combat.
For the
So
children
the
at home, what
APCs
did
are
you
going
roll?
again, aren't they?
That was the plan,
That's-
yeah.
Yeah, they
So
go
can
again.
immediately get inside the building.
Yeah. Get. So. All right. So the AMS infantry squad disembarks from the Hudson. And it's just gonna get messy. We're just gonna. They're inside, so we'll just put them right there. I regret not color coding them with like Halo-esque armor colors.
Red v blue. You know for next time.
Well, if you hover over one, it's blue. If you hover over the other, it's red. So you know which one is which.
Yeah.
Also, one has a
that's-
name.
I'm imagining. Do you guys remember playing Tom Clancy's M-War at all?
A little bit.
I do.
Remember when infantry stormed an uplink site? You got a little. You basically got a video of little cutscene came up to the top right of the HUD of them all storming in. That's kind of what I'm imagining now. It just comes up. It's just like you get a little uplink video of them actually taking the site.
So APC3 deployed its squad. And that was the end of its turn. And now it's the enemy turn. I think it makes the most sense for the infantry inside the building to go.
Wait, the APCs don't all act on one turn?
No, they're each individual unit.
I think there was miscommunication on that.
No, that was clear.
No, we'll roll with it. We'll roll with it.
Okay.
I have faith in our infantry.
They all went together
Technically-
last time because they'd run out of enemies to go between them.
Yeah.
I think was the case.
Yeah, so there's more of
Yeah,
us
we
than there
want
are
to
the
push them.
enemies.
We still want to push them into the building because their biggest threat is actually the mechs.
And that the enemy infantry still is blinded. They can only shoot at anything that's adjacent to them. Though with the footprint of the infantry, that it is impossible for them not to have been adjacent to them at this point. So they're just gonna, there's just gonna be a little infantry fight going on here. Neither of them are benefiting from cover. They're just fighting in the hallways. Oh, can make 2 attacks. Okay. And just 6. The your friendlies are still above half on their go. And do you want the you just want to do all the APCs one right after the other? It will allow the other enemies to go in between them on top of that. So,
Yeah, but we need them out of the open, so.
Yeah.
cool. All right. Deploy.
That building's going to get real messy.
That's what I was telling you.
Yeah.
I mean, how else?
trying
How else do we clear it? We don't like that's the only way.
Wait, literally no other way.
Yeah, there's hostages inside, so we can't nuke it from orbit.
Right.
We're not
No.
in the 40k universe.
However tempting it is to put a howitzer on top of it, I ain't doing it.
There's company property in there. I mean, pilots in there.
You're right the first time.
Correct in both ways.
Okay. Coots is gonna go. All right, Coots is gonna go ahead and loading is an action, right? On the top of my head.
Yes.
If it's
Gotta
a
do,
big gun, yeah.
Yeah, if it's a gun that says it's loading, or yeah, if it says it's loading, it's got to be loaded using the stabilize.
Full action stabilize, yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
So
Coots
it's a
is
full
gonna go.
action. They can't do anything after it.
So, yep. Full action for Coots. stay right there. Last APC. 1, 2. Put another one down on the pile.
So, Roach, next turn, do the infantry guys have a turn and the APCs?
Yes. They're separate, but I'm accounting them disembarking as they're using.
Oh no,
up
that makes
everything.
entirely sense. I just didn't know whether they had armaments on the APCs or anything like that.
Okay. Good luck picking out a single unit in that pile.
I can. They're staggered just enough that technically, if you hover, like, go across the middle, you'll see that each one is highlighted differently. Because there's like a 1 dial difference between them.
Oh, yeah.
Cool. All right. Cool. So, the start of the enemy's turn. I just need to. Just need to measure something right now. Well, so you get a ping, Ursa, on your like sensors, and I guess like a rearward facing camera or something like that. Just shows you see Diva is now kind of like on the edge of a building and targeting you.
Mhm.
Sure. Go ahead and do that, and no, selected the wrong token for that that shot to spawn from, but it still hit. Critical 22, 7 damage.
5 damage.
Yep. Don't forget about your armor. Yep.
Sorry, 6 damage. I have 1 armor.
Oof. So that was her quick action and her other quick action to shoot. And then she's going to go ahead and move. Need to double check her movement speed. Down there. And that's the end of her turn.
If no one else has a move, I do.
I mean, I'm just going to start, like, I can go last because I'm going to start setting up for our escape. I'm going to throw down some turrets. And then shoot 1 mortar, probably. Or just spend my time throwing down some turrets to cover our escape. So, you go.
Rival? Okay, so... I'm gonna move 2 blocks. So I can get an eye on the big boy across the way.
Mm-hmm. You can definitely see him. He's size 2, so peaks right above that. fountain feature.
And then I'm going to remember how to do things.
Memory is good.
Sounds about right.
Okay, I'm going to attempt to disable life support on Coots.
Okay, that seems pretty drastic. I like it.
Freaking Red out here doing the can I use create water to fill someone's lungs?
The answer to that
Insect
question is
swarm
yes.
and then polymorph the insects into elephants. Yes.
Yeah.
Mhm.
If we're going to have a kaiju war, we should have a kaiju war.
So yeah, that hit.
So what that does is says it.
Yeah, so yeah, target receives a +1 difficulty to all saves until the life support system is rebooted. The systems check.
Okay, and because that was a quick tech, I'm also going to lock on.
Okay.
If that's an invade action, I think they also take 2 heat from that.
And then I've got 2 more spaces, so Brave Sir Robin is bravely going to run away.
Yeah, and Coots is already impaired. You know. Yeah, a lot of things not going well for him. Cool.
I can take my turn next. I've only got a quick. I'm just gonna fire him all. That's it.
Who says you're going next? There's an
Obviously,
enemy
there's other enemies. I mean, from Mars.
Yeah.
So I don't get to go. Okay, cool.
Not at this exact second because Diva uses her second activation.
Disgusting.
I need to check this ability.
Or do you want to go next round?
No, it's okay, mate. I've got to do a big move to get anywhere, so you're fine. I was just joking.
Well, I guess trouble's
She
coming
is
your
so
way now.
OP.
Yeah, Diva's kind of ridiculous.
She's. To be fair, you haven't been focusing on trying to kill her. You've been focusing on the objectives.
We can't.
Well, she's not invisible or anything. She's just quick. To be fair.
Well, she's behind us now.
Yeah, well,
Yeah, that works for me.
that's what I was rolling her every time her turn comes up. If she's used her ability, it has a recharge roll. Yours is on a 5-up. So yeah, no, she's gonna just go ahead and target 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Oh,
Cool. She's gonna go ahead and pop a shot on to Fathead.
As a note, friends, I'm going to need some help dealing with her because she's within my minimum range arc now because I've got my siege stabilizers up.
Look who's behind you.
Yeah, I'll push up.
To be fair, I don't think she's going to be there very long.
No, true. But,
What she has been getting very lucky on those rolls for warp jump, or whatever it's called. So that has been going well.
Diva's
in the
definitely
favor.
a Sun Ash follower.
We just need her to roll on roll perils.
she's too
Yeah.
close to me.
Perils. She just needs to roll perils and aspirate out of existence. Just
Yeah.
I think she's too close
last
for
one to
me to
work.
hit her right now. Whoa. That looked
Good lord.
Jesus Christ.
Fucking hell! Come on now.
you don't know what to tell you guys.
The thing is,
Now-
she always does the same damage, which is lucky for us.
Yeah.
So
She
like the
cannot
crits
roll-
don't mean shit.
Yeah, the crits don't mean anything. So yeah, you take a full 7 because I don't think your mech has any armor.
It'd be nice if she stopped rolling so goddamn high, though.
Oh my
Maybe-
god.
No, so she doesn't
That's
roll
like
damage.
over
it's like
half my HP.
No, I mean just
man.
flatly on her to hit rolls. I'm
That's
like,
true.
if she stopped
Yeah,
hitting us, that would be nice.
She has been rolling above 15 on that D20 every time. and I don't think she's. I also think she's rolled a 6 on one of those D6s that she gets.
I have 4 HP left.
Well, you have
got
multiple
repairs.
structure. Yeah,
Yeah,
you have multiple
repair.
structure on top of that and repairs.
How does that work against structure?
Well, once you lose all your HP, you lose a point of structure, and you roll on you roll to see like what happens, what damage happens. You can't immediately be destroyed until you've at least lost one structure already.
And you can just pop a repair if you get yourself to cover and things like that.
Yeah, so you have ways of getting around it. It's not an insta death unless you like.
repairs are full action.
Yeah, it is.
Oh Christ! I was gonna
It's
help
not
you
an
on
instant death
watering Diva.
unless you don't read the rules correctly.
Yes, that's true. Yeah.
We had one accidental death.
One
yes.
time. And then Diva's gonna go ahead and
I
move.
love the idea that the whole reason we left that mech behind is because no one brought a manual. like, so no.
I wouldn't mind,
Like, there's a
but
reboot
Spanner is a
sequence.
mechanic.
Roach,
that's-
that mech just moved from one side of the map to the other, takes a shot, and then moves again.
The quick action. Well, she can't. Yeah, she has a quick action step, is what it's called. Operator can teleport free space within line of sight at range 50. So that's her quick action.
Yeah.
Shoots with a quick action, and then her movement. She's limited to her regular movement, which is 5.
So you can do 2 quick actions, and we can only do 1.
No, we
No,
can
you
do
can
two.
Too quick.
You can do a quick kick. You can do 2 quick actions. You just can't do 2 of the same quick action. Movement is its own thing. She's a hard target. I'd say all of these guys on this list that you were given, this deck of 52 kind of list you were given, they're not pushovers. And you had, funny enough, I think you got the easier of the fights here because the other target area had some shit in it. I don't know.
I want Bayonet guy back though. I think he's easier to hit.
Why is Bayonet guy?
No, you don't, because your mech would have been shivved in the rib cage constantly for 15 minutes.
At least it would be me taking a shivving and like not all of us being sniped by fucking Disappear McGee.
I must admit, it is not fun being on the other side of the sniper, okay? Last few games, I've literally been that person, and it's been so much fun.
Yeah, it's not fun, is it, Rival? It's not
We-
fun, is it?
It's so much fun when
we
when
are
Roach gets someone
currently-
in darkness and puts them behind full cover.
We are currently
everything, and then I get a
Soviet
crit and I kill
soldiers
them.
Circa
That's fun.
1939, and there's someone called the White Death poking at us. Is what the problem is right now.
Yeah.
For an example on how bullshit Rivline was at the end there, you hit a man-sized target on the back of a speeding dragon in the air from the ground.
Yeah.
I would
Fucking
like to point out
fantastic.
I'd actually missed the man. I shot the
Right,
dragon in
that's
the
true.
eye.
That's true.
Rivalon
That's true.
did kill the dragon, and then
You
gravity
crit
did the
and
rest.
insta-kill the dragon. That's right, yeah.
He didn't
Gravity
have
did the
spell
rest.
And that man had enough
slots,
time
so-
falling to the ground for me to shout, "Know when you're beaten."
Savage.
Sleeping Giants was
So
That was a
fun.
campaign.
it was a stupid campaign and I loved it.
Yeah. In this
I-
situation, I really wish I had my Sentinel my Sentinel barbarian again. 'Cause we will-
So who
that
wants to go
freaking
next?
smash them.
Okay. The weird Speedy Gonzalez bitch.
Steva. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Diva.
Bitch.
Yeah.
Is that on a building, behind a building? What?
There's no like rules for like a dome or anything like that or anything. So she's just on top of a building.
Guys, do we reckon
Okay.
she takes full damage?
I'm gonna find out.
Well, Rival's
Uh,
about to make
I
her
was-
fuck around.
I was
and
just
find
going to
out,
say,
isn't
because
he?
I can push her too with my mortar kinetic round.
Then get
Fun
on
fact,
with
this
Point
came
out,
up the
you
last
guys
time we
ha-
played. Because we've done this before. We've knocked her off a building
Yeah.
before.
Okay.
Yeah.
We don't know if
you've
she took the
done
fall damage.
Yeah, you know she does something. She does fall. She's not like Reaper who's like latched onto the ground. Like,
Yeah.
hooks.
It's
So-
very difficult. I'd have to be knocked prone for me to fall.
Yeah.
I think is how it works.
So, so I'm guessing Reaper's the one that wants to go, or Demon wants to go.
No, it's
One of them.
Padre because he's going to use his grenade launcher.
No,
Look at him.
if
He's
you've got-
itching
if
to
you-
use his grenade launcher.
If you've got a better plan, go for it. Like
No, I
that
haven't.
Was, oh, okay.
My plan was used to use 2 assault rifles to shoot her in the face.
Okay, she's out of 5 now, so I can hit her with the jackhammer round. So
Reaction
what's your reaction?
at the start of your turn. Have a command dice.
Okay.
Under the orders that you are to engage the sniper. Engage the sniper.
Okay.
Kills
what,
them.
What do I do with that command dice?
You can
Oh.
add it as a d6 to one of your rolls.
Yeah.
Cool.
It's
that
an
offsets
inaccuracy.
the. Okay, so that offsets my inaccuracy. Nice.
There you go.
Very
It's
nice.
almost like that's.
Oh
what
wait, no, I
Utari was
don't. I
doing.
don't have an inaccuracy with this because this is my jackhammer round that I'm using, which doesn't incur an inaccuracy. It might actually be better to save your thing on me because this just goes.
Oh, good point then.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, the round doesn't actually.
This
it's not a to hit.
this one doesn't do her to hit because technically I'm hitting the building and she's collateral damage to that.
Oh, okay.
You
fair
could also
enough.
just
That
shoot her with
sounds-
another gun,
that sounds
too.
Good to me.
Um,
Yeah. As
She's-
Roach, you were saying, I'm playing a bard this game. It seems.
Almost
so
like Utari
yeah.
does know what he's doing.
Yes, I have the jackhammer rounds, which is one of my pilot talents, which is, okay, so I'm doing 10 AP kinetic damage to the size 1 section of the building. That doesn't matter, it's too big a building for it to, like, explode. But anything within anything from it, any characters adjacent to the target area are knocked back 2 spaces and take 2 kinetic damage. And
Okay.
then full damage if they take full damage. So I'm going to say I land it on the top of that building. She goes, boom, down to there. And then my next action is I'm going to quick action deploy one of my turrets. And I can do that anywhere within sensors, I believe. And I'm going to put it on top of that building where she was. That's the first of my turret drones I will put up there. Yeah, so
Where
anywhere
she
within
was, or
sensor
just-
10. Yeah, basically where you've got the hovered game master thing there now.
Oh, it's got a little turret now. Yeah.
The building now
turret.
has. So I just so I fire that, clear her off, and then throw up a turret. Now I can use my reaction to shoot that at her.
Okay.
So I'm gonna do that.
I do like the idea that it's not like a separate system that you're using to deploy these things. It's just
You just shot the
it's
turret in the
si-
top of the building.
It's the size of
It
your. It's the
deployed
size
out
of your
the
40
back.
mil.
It deployed out the back of the 40 mic. Yeah. Like,
I was just thinking, going kunk kunk, and it hits, and then and then another thing lands behind it, and it's just.
I like the idea. It's like a Kerbal Space Program thing. The
Oh,
projectile
yeah.
goes out the front, and then the turret deploys out the back. So I need
So
to
yeah,
mark,
you can,
so
you
I
can
need
target
to,
her and
I need to
then
mark
attack.
that I've deployed one of my 3 turrets.
Yep.
This is not my mech. That would be why I did go. Open the wrong.
Good
mech.
job.
That's a bit, yeah. Yeah.
One of my 3 turrets has been used. Okay, yes. So the turret reaction attack. Well, how does the turret?
No, I think you're misremembering, Midge. Whenever somebody attacks them, the turret automatically hits them for damage. Is what the turrets do. It's as a reaction when somebody else shoots them, the turrets will automatically fire and damage them.
Okay, so if Demon shoots her next turn,
The turret would shoot it and deal damage to it.
Right, so someone else has to trigger the thing to fire. So
we
I
can
can't.
also get the APCs to shoot at them.
Oh,
There
three
is
of
a
those
limit.
delicious APCs lined up right there.
There is a limit to how many times the turret can shoot around.
Yeah, but I've got.
But
three
it's just bonus damage every turn. Yes, absolutely.
True, but also Daka.
Daka, yes.
I can't move right now. I've done 2 quick actions. I think that's me done this turn.
Yeah, that would be it.
Bro, do you want to go or?
Well, I think it's actually what bad guys are left to go now?
I think that's everybody. Yes,
No.
it's only
Has
friendlies
Coot been?
left.
Yeah,
I haven't been.
Coot's reloaded.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Coots needs to reload his big tri-cannon plasma gun thing.
Game Master, is there any other enemies to go?
I'm allowing you to pick somebody on your side to go.
That's me then.
Cool.
All right, Demon, go ahead.
Okay, I'm going to activate my pro. Then I'm going to do my jump jets.
Nice.
This is speed. Not gonna lie, I do miss being an Everest just for that protocol.
It's very good, isn't it?
It's really good.
And then I will need to open my mech, sorry. Gunslinger. +1 accuracy on first attack roll you make with an auxiliary ranged weapon on your turn.
Nice. Or I was about to make Diva meet Daka.
It's almost enough, Daka.
Almost.
Never quite enough Daka, but we can get there.
Never enough.
How do I do accuracy again?
When you go to
when you bring up
do
the
the
attack.
yeah, it'll be an option. For you
There's
to
a
add
box to
accuracy.
click.
There's a box for that, isn't there?
Yeah.
There's a box for that.
There's a form for that.
Did I forget to click on her?
You forgot to target, yeah. You
Push the bullseye and then click.
Yeah. You did hit though.
Nice. For 6 damage, assuming no armor.
There you go. Yes.
Turret reaction
Okay.
fire. So is
Okay.
that how that works?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And then I can attack again.
How much damage does the turret reaction do?
Yeah, let me know how much this first one is.
I think
There we
it's
go.
2 or 3. I don't remember that off the top of my head.
Yeah, it doesn't say on my character sheet, which is kind of annoying.
It's probably on your mech sheet, maybe?
No, it's not. It's like it literally says expenditure. It tells me how to deploy it, but it doesn't tell me the stats or the thing of the turret. So I think I need to
Turret
go
drones.
to Comic-Con.
I have the book.
It's
Hang on.
under the reaction for the turret attack. The turret drone deals 3 kinetic damage to their target as long as it has line of sight to the target.
Ah.
So 3. So a 3 on top of the 6, that's 9 total.
It's decent. It's decent.
There we go.
So I was telling you to wait until I finish something because there's a
Sorry.
process.
I assume
Yeah.
they're doing structure things right now. Because 9 damage is not a small amount. Oh, come on. Destroy that fucking plasma cannon thing.
Parts of your mech are torn off by the damage. Roll a...
This is for Diva.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Roll a 1d6 on a 1 to 3. All weapons on one mount of your choice destroyed. 4 to 6 system of your choice destroyed.
So basically, it's a case of either a weapon or a system is destroyed because of the damage you've just done to her.
And that was a 2.
Oh. Breach through her
System-
structure.
Yeah,
No.
system is those are the green ones, right? That's what I'm talking about.
Yes, that's right, yeah.
Cool. Okay. Well, the system's down.
Okay, well, hopefully it's her jump jet stuff. Who knows?
Did I miss the roll for which of those was done? Because it looked like that was a 2.
Oh, I rolled it with my comically large
Okay.
dice.
Sure. I
She
saw it
bought
roll the
that
2
for a
there,
reason.
but I guess that
She's
was a
going to
structure.
use it, goddammit.
And I'm
the
sorry.
D6 that can kill someone.
Yeah.
Yes, for those of you who can't see or are listening to the podcast version, it is a D6 about the size of like
A baseball, a softball, maybe.
No,
Yeah.
softball's too big. I'd say
Cricket
like a cricket ball, tennis ball.
Yeah, tennis ball,
and
tennis
pure
ball.
what looks like wood.
Oh no, this is like it's faux ivory.
Oh,
Oh.
okay, so probably some sort of polyethylene.
Oh yeah,
sort of
this is good.
plastic,
Like this is good.
wad.
Like most of a pound
Okay.
worth of,
I am
of plastic.
very upset with you, Roach. That fake elephant. You killed a fake elephant for that.
Some poor
Fake
Only
plastic
you can
elephant.
stop the
Somewhere
poaching of
out
fake
there
elephants.
is a fake elephant baby without a mother or a father.
It's just
For your dice.
Anyways,
So
we
you
still have
do
more
a
shots to
further-
take at her.
Yeah, so you do a further 3 damage with that attack. The reaction's already been spent on that turret, so that's just a 3.
Yep.
Or so that's 3, so she goes down to that. Cool.
A D4 that size is going to be a lethal weapon, though.
Oh yeah,
It would.
that's a caltrop at that point.
A D4 that size is enough to take out a blooming deuce and a half.
An
I could
elephant.
have,
A plastic
I could have
elephant,
gotten
a
a
fake
full, I could have
A
gotten
fake
a full
elephant, yeah.
polyhedral dice set
It's
of
hit to his
this,
foot.
but this was not cheap.
I mean, I've got this like really.
Well, no,
sharp
you have to pay for the
metallic
fake elephant
plates.
to be killed out in the wild.
All right, guys,
have us
Zoomies
taking
out.
out.
We need to finish this combat at least some respect of this session. It's been 34 days since we played.
How little you know us. So is that the end of your action? You have his 2 attacks. Do you have any other movement or anything to do?
Only thing I can do is do.
I think that was 2 quick actions to shoot.
It was.
Okay, then that's the end of your turn.
Yeah, I think I'm done.
Okay, cool.
So I have a question for the party at large here. I have a sniper rifle that's armor piercing and can do upwards of 12 damage. Do I ignore Diva and move towards Coots?
Depends if we can deal with Diva.
We have the 3 APCs there who all have their own.
Yeah,
not
next
mini-gun, but,
round.
like heavy.
The thing is, right now,
Diva's still there.
she's there. We think her weapons are still up. She is threatening the evacuation of our primary goal right now.
This makes
Take
sense.
her out. She's in our back door, so take her out and rely
Well-
on the rest to deal with the upfront.
We've also
And
realized
that's-
Diva's far more efficient a target than Coots is, just because Coots seems to be struggling to deal with this, whereas Diva is not struggling at all.
No,
That's true. All right.
she is.
It's not Coots' favored combat system.
Yeah. Right. So I'm going to use.
Wait.
Crack shot?
Hold on. We're still in round 3. Didn't you go for? No, sorry, it's the APC. No, you're right. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
So I'm going to use crack shot because I want to kill her. So that gives me a +1 accuracy on this.
Yep.
And yeah, I'm happy enough with that. I won't use any other things because everything else applies because I'm hidden. So let's see what the sniper rifle does this time. Sorry, it's not a sniper rifle. It's a anti-material rifle. It's 125 millimeters I'm carrying around here. And I get an extra accuracy. She's in no cover. Right.
I would say you'd have to move to get that shot because there is a level 1 building between you and her to get that, because that does stack on top of the level 1 building you're at.
Oh,
You
yeah.
hit, but if you'd have to move, and that's not like a problem for you to move.
Yeah, that's right.
That's the problem with the anti-material rifle, right? You can't move.
I can't move and shoot it. It's an
Oh.
ordnance weapon.
Yeah,
So I
you
can't
would
move and
not
shoot
have
it.
line of sight from that position.
Right.
On that. And you wouldn't be able to
Right.
shoot at Coots either in this round
because you've
there's
got all the tier 1s and a tier 3 technically, and
Yeah, I've got
Yeah.
tier 3 here, tier 3 here.
you're just in a
and then
bad
Coot.
position for where you're
Yeah.
at right now.
Um,
You could still shoot at her with a.
I can still shoot at her
got
with
a-
my normal weapons. because I still have those. Also, just because I'm going to reload the sniper rifle by hand because I obviously can't shoot it at her.
Yeah.
And then I can't use crack shot either because crack shot grounds me.
Requires
in
you not to
position.
move.
Yeah.
So,
But
what would you like to do?
So I'm going to move to. Actually, since this counts as essentially free terrain for me, I'm going to move up to there, be on top of that building.
Okay.
I can now see
That
down
works.
at her.
Yes, you can.
I'm then going to shoot at her with all 3 of my other weapons. So the missile rack, the pistol, and the anti-material rifle. Sorry, the assault rifle.
Because the missile rack and pistol are on the same mount, right?
Yes, they're on the flex mount.
Cool.
And I don't get an extra accuracy because of crack shot because I moved. So
Right.
I do reliable 2. She takes 2 damage from that.
Cool.
And then the pistol hits for 3 damage.
Okay.
And then the missile rack misses.
Did they change that effect? Because that looks way better than it used to.
It does.
They have been actively updating a lot of things that this uses because it's
The missile
it's
looks
a-
good.
Okay.
I do
so
like the
that's
animations for all this.
Yeah, no, they're great.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's 2 movement from there. I've moved. I've proceeded to unload all of my weapons at her.
Mhm.
I am no longer hidden. Bang. Get rid of that. I'm then going to move my last 3 movement just to provide myself a bit of cover.
So she can't retaliate.
So she can't retaliate and Coots can't retaliate because right now he can see me.
Yeah, but we have established Coots cannot shoot very far.
That's
Also,
true.
if you
but I
stay
will-
where you are, you have great line of sight to everything for your sniper rifle next round.
This is true. This is true.
Coots
I would
still
have
be
to
a pretty
move to get
dubious
into
shot.
I would still need to move to get into more cover because hidden doesn't reapply until I move into new cover, essentially. So
Yeah,
moving
Coots
out
would
of
be
this
a
cover and then
dubious-
back into it, you know.
From your position, Coots cannot. You can't shoot him, but everybody you'd still have line of sight on Diva.
And you'd
those
have
the
line
only
of
two.
sight
anything
covering
else.
our escape.
Yeah. But if I move to here, I have 5 movements, so I could get on top of that building, which would put me at the same height as this building, which would mean I still couldn't see him. I believe.
Well, I don't think you get to the other building. I don't think you have enough movement.
I have 5 movement, so I can move.
You've
to
already
3
moved
here.
2.
Yeah, I can move 3 to there, and then next turn 5 to there.
Next action, sure. Next
Yeah.
turn.
Yeah.
Assuming Diva is still alive after those 3 Hudsons take shots at her.
Hudsons aren't great.
You never know.
Yeah.
I'm gonna move to there though. I'll
At
stand
the very
there.
worst, I'll jump over there and attack her. Like we can make do with getting rid of her.
We can indeed. Decent damage all around.
Okay. Is that the end of your turn, Reaper?
Yes, that is the end of my turn.
Cool.
Whom's this going now?
Remember, the
I can
Hudsons
go.
have already gone this round.
Yeah.
That was the start of this
That's
round. They
true.
did that.
But
That's
the
a
Mechs
lot.
haven't.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3.
Ursa, Fathead haven't gone. Fingers hasn't gone. Comet hasn't gone. The infantry squads, Thompson or Straight Leg.
Fingers has. Coots reloaded.
That's not the same person.
Oh right, yeah, you're right.
Okay.
Oh, fingers, yeah.
Things is our big boy.
Fingers still, yeah. I'm getting confused. I'm tired.
It's all right. It's allowed.
It's all right.
I'll go
Yeah.
next.
Cool. Fathead, you're up.
I'll move 4, and then I will mortar. Since that's the only thing that I can have ranged with. She's not in cover. Oh, nice roll.
That was definitely updated too.
I love it. They're
Animation.
great. They're getting better.
Yes.
We can rebuild them. We have the technology.
Not after we're done with them, they're
quick. Repair's not quick, is it?
No, it's a
No,
full
it's
action.
full
It's a
action.
full- I don't think I can do anything else. Yeah, no.
If mortar is a quick action, you can lock on as well.
Yeah, I'll lock on as well.
Yep. She is just within range to lock on.
That's me.
I'm just going to remind people of that because it's going to be my new thing.
Yeah,
It's
it's
a good
also
thing to
super
remind.
useful.
Yeah, it's a good thing to have. Okay, so it's Ursa can go. That's the last of you all, and then the rest are the NPCs that are friendly.
I mean, I could try and finish her off.
Go for it. I say go for it.
All
Well,
right.
pretty far movement for you.
Well, I'm gonna use a little secret roach. I'm gonna overcharge.
Okay.
So I can take a free action. And I'm gonna use that action to boost. So he's gonna step 2. Sorry, we're gonna use a ruler for this because it's. Wait. 2 to here. Boost 4 to here. And then we'll move the other 2 that we have to here. To put ourselves nice and within range, taking 1 heat for that. We will lock on to Diva, and we're going to full action, just full on bombard. We're going to start. I'm actually going to consume that lock on to attack with my Dex Sweeper automatic shotgun. So this is hitting with 1+1 accuracy. For 7.
Nice.
And then on the off mount, just taking a little inspiration from our main man, Demon, we're going to fire 2 thermal pistols at her. These are also CQB, so they also have accurate doo-doo mechanics.
All right, well, okay, hold on. So. No,
She's
it's-
taking another roll.
It's not displaying correctly. She should have 3.
It's 3 structure. Okay, wow.
Well, it's listed on the sheet. I don't know what's going on with it. But it might be.
It might be the same thing that happened when we first started losing structure, where you like lowered it, and then the system automatically lowers it when you press that button.
Well, either way, another roll. Cool.
I did not realize they could get that much structure. That could be a problem for me here in a second.
She's
That's
stacked. That's
Oleg's
like I said. A
turn
lot
now.
of these guys are pretty heavy in that aspect, and then 2 damage onto her last one. Cool. All right. What else you got?
nothing. That is Oleg's turn.
Cool. Okay. So that's Ursa. Now it's the rest of your all unit. I think. Fingers is probably no. I think straight leg is gonna go first. Do the same thing did last time and target Coots and just keep firing at him.
Coots has lock on if Fingers wants to use it.
It's true. Probably going to. Sure. Consume lock on. Well, Seeker wouldn't matter, but her weapons have Seeker. Just normally, but regular fire. Always with the crits on the weapons that have a max damage, like just a flat damage roll.
To be fair, I think you crit on every attack roll. It doesn't matter if they've got flat damage or not.
That's true. I think you've rolled nothing but crits against us.
Well, this was for you though. This was
Sure.
on your side.
Okay.
Yeah, straight legs are friendly.
See, all Roach is doing is evening the playing field. Because if the enemies are all critting and our friendlies are all critting, then it's even.
Yeah. The first infantry squad that was there from the beginning of this round but didn't go already, they're going to go ahead and attack back at the infantry squad that attacked them inside here against the enemies. So, very good.
Just a general thing to the rest of the party, we should try and have one of us who is ready to engage Diva activate again first to try and go before she goes.
I mean, I'm in good position for that.
Probably wise.
Also, I am sitting at a very firm but shaky 6 health. So if I don't go, I may in fact start taking structure damage.
Right, I'm in cover, so whoever wants to go before me can go, because I'm in no rush to move. I'm in no rush to I won't be able to do anything this turn because I need to get into position.
We'll have the, how about we have the break first, and then we
Oh
come
yeah.
back. to the next turn.
That would be.
Yeah.
I mean, when we get there, whilst I was just trying to cover while Roach does calculations of many NPCs, we should have these discussions. I'm letting Roach juggle in peace.
Peace. That's rich. Well, Fingers has got to load his gun. It's his turn. And then Comet. What do y'all want Comet to do?
What does Comet do?
What can they do?
Blind is still not charged. She rolled a 2 for that. Or they roll a 2 for that. There's Teardown and Predatory Logic. So Teardown makes a tech attack against a character with sensors. On a success, the target takes 1 heat immediately, and then a further 4 heat at the start of their next turn, or sort of Comet's next turn.
Heat on Diva.
Predatory Logic makes an attack against a character within sensor range. Or I guess all of them are within sensor range. On a success, the target immediately and as a reaction uses a weapon chosen by which to attack a character within range chosen by them. So essentially...
So she could hack into one of us and have us shoot Diva.
Yes.
That's rather cool.
That's
If
pretty
she
cool.
does that with Reaper,
I can't see her from here.
Oh yeah, because
But if she does that with Ursa, Ursa essentially gets a free shot, and then when
it's one weapon attack.
yeah, it's,
I mean, I still got the deck sweeper.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
is
yeah.
It's up to you. It's up to you. So
force-
either the heat or that.
Force Ursa to shoot the shotgun, then obviously Ursa will go first when we take our choice of turns of just fucking fill a lead again.
It might take Diva out. It might need to get lucky, but it might take Diva out.
Yeah,
It still have to. Comet still has to succeed at tech attack.
Do they need to make a tech attack if it's a friendly target?
Yes. It's just a tech attack because they're still hacking into your system.
I'd still say we go for that.
your sensors are pretty bad, and if if they are using tech attack a lot, their sensors are probably pretty good.
What's your system's defense? Like
I think it's the default.
10? I think
E defense is
systems
8.
defense.
8.
Yeah, my E defense is 8.
Yeah.
Comet is
they'll be
built
fine.
for this. They get
Yeah.
a +2 to this.
I
attack.
like that. It's quite cool.
That's funny. That's totally.
Comet overcharged the big bear.
This is fucking like Megazord like levels of.
Yeah.
I want to double check this. You can also invade willing allied characters. If your target is willing and allied, you are automatically successful.
Cool. So that doesn't need to happen then.
Ooh.
I will say,
Ooh, baby.
Predatory Logic is a charged thing, and it's a shitload harder to charge this one because it's a D6 every round.
Hmm.
Blind is a 4-up. Predatory Logic is a 6-up. So this is a one-time.
Fair.
This is kind of a one-time thing.
Yeah,
but
I think
okay.
But yes, but if it's a one-time potentially getting rid of Diva.
Yeah.
Sure.
If we could kill Diva in this encounter, that would make things so much easier in the future.
So Comet's gonna make you use.
The shotgun, yeah, that's the one.
I think
The
they make
sweeper.
you use the deck sweeper.
Yeah, the Deck Sweeper shotgun, that checks out.
Yeah.
I realized I needed to add to my kill sheet because I did kill one of those RPVs, didn't I? All right, yeah. Ursa was like, something is doing the thing. I don't know. And then the shotgun just starts laying
Just let
out.
it happen. Just let it happen.
This is a straight roll. I rolled a 2.
Oh.
Actually, I rolled a natural 1+1.
Oh, that's
Cringe.
Hey, it
As
could've
Oleg
worked
was very much fighting against it, and she's like, no, don't do the thing, no.
Do we think that the mechs have they've got their motors inside of those joysticks, so it was like actively straining against you?
He like, yeah, that Oleg would have been reflexively trying to control it and probably would have gotten in the way
It's
of
like
that. That's entirely
when-
fair.
It's like when mouse or controllers used to die and they used to just like pull to one side.
We've established
The last
Oleg
input
is literally plugged into his mech from a neural link, so that must have felt like moving something against his will, and he was like, "No, body, listen to me."
Oh god, I can imagine that like actually Oleg's hand started to move. Like, oh.
God, I feel so bad about that one too because the deck sweeper does 2d6 damage.
It does. It's really strong.
It is really strong. Okay, I think yeah, that's the last activation, so that we go to the top of round 4 and into break.
Break. Yes.
So join us in 10 minutes time where we will be back with more of this broadcast. See you in a moment. Hey, come here a minute. Do you need royalty-free music for your TTRPG content, whether that be a YouTube video, stream, TikTok, Instagram post? Don't worry, we've got you covered. My name's Alex. I've been a content creator for almost a decade now, and I've teamed up with my good friend Harry to produce 10 royalty-free songs for you to use in your content completely for free. We've tried to make a whole range of motifs with this album, covering happy music to sad music, to mystery music to combat music. And if this takes off, you know what? We might even make some more. So give the Elendor Chronicles soundtrack Volume 1 a shot. It's free to stream everywhere, and if you want the high quality downloads, you can come over to our Patreon and download them, or you can contact me directly at tabletop@themidgemansworld.co.uk as a creator, and I'll just give it to you for free. That's it, there's no catch, and just to prove it, we've also given you guys a user license agreement to prove that you have the complete perpetual rights to use this content. So enjoy, and good luck on your next adventure. Oh, good day. I'm Martin Sanderson, and I'm the CEO of Avari Military Solutions. We here at Avari know that it doesn't take much to cause problems out on the frontier, whether that be from local pirate raids, neighboring interstellar powers, or even just an unhappy populace with unreasonable demands. Just what is a small to mid-sized regional power to do when faced with these problems? You look to Avari for your solutions. With open-ended contracts, well-trained personnel, state-of-the-art aerospace forces, and competitive rates, we stand ready to help find the right solution to your problem. So if you have a problem, why not call Avari for your solution? Our operators are waiting to take your call, and consultations are free of charge.
Avari Military Solutions, a solution for your problem.
Avari Military Solutions is not licensed to operate within the Kark and Dre Baronies, the Andes Corps, or any Class A combat zones. AMS is a subsidiary of Omni Radiance Holdings, a family company.
When is a story more than a story? When a tale is more than words on paper? When is an ad more than the script it's written on? In the darkest and deepest annals of our own history, worlds of wonder and splendor burst through like a blister made of hope. From the brain that's rattled and riddled with madness, a radiant pustule. Writing, art, that's storytelling. That is the true lust of life. You too can dutifully indulge in art. Like fans of the greats. Shakespeare, King, Tolkien, Seuss, Mercer.
you too can indulge through Twitch Prime. Get an extended access to a wealth of knowledge with a simple click, an emotion so small that it could endlessly amount to possibilities. Embrace those feelings. Support art. Support the component cast.
Anyways,
So we're back. Hello, everybody.
Hello, we were just talking about restaurants.
yes, we were.
Yeah, we were talking about how we don't give a shit. We want you to stop bothering us if you're a server.
Treat us with abject indifference was the conversation. Yes.
Treat us with indifference and we will tip you well.
Yeah, I'll tip you more if you stop talking to me. I should start up with that one of these days.
Yeah, you walk in, you say to your server, "Listen, hon. If you don't talk to me, I will tip you more."
To be fair, there's definitely a diner, like a server at a diner that has heard that before and is totally okay with that.
Yeah.
So start at the top of the round. Who wants to go, or who do you want to go first?
So, would you
All
make
right.
a command dice?
I would love a command dice to try and take
Have
out
one.
Diva.
Do
There
it.
you go.
All right, I will take that command dice, and I need to make a decision about which weapons I want to fire because I don't actually know how much health she has or how much damage I need to do.
Stop.
The answer to that is yes.
How does she look, Roach?
Alive.
There you go.
She looks alive. Yes, that is the answer.
Damaged.
I'm gonna do it. Ursa's gonna move, and he's literally just going to drop down and to engage with her.
No.
No escaping now.
Walk
Phase
me
one.
closer. I wish to hit them with my sword.
Yeah, I could overcharge again and just fire another mount as well, just to make sure. We'll see. I'm gonna full barrage. I'm going to start with the deck sweeper automatic shotgun because I can. I'm gonna use the leadership die on this to make sure that this is a +1 to hit because it is 2d6 damage and I want to hit. That's a hit for 4.
That's a minimum roll. God.
It's not a minimum roll. It's 3 and 1.
I know, but that's pretty damn minimum for that.
I honestly, it's a really anime idea of a weapon, but a giant
Question.
umbrella with a sword in it
Question.
on a mech.
Where-
Have you not been watching? Have you not been watching our Cyberpunk mage? That's all we've been dealing with is people with tactical umbrella
No, but
weapons.
can you imagine the one that's mech size that you open up and it's like a bullet shield?
Next, I'm gonna take a swing with the heavy charged blade.
Cool.
Wait.
Yeah.
Sorry, he's got something. What?
Yes.
We're in a new round. The turret.
Oh, turret
turret.
reaction. Yes.
Oh, yes, the turret reaction.
I can react
Yeah,
with
the
my
first
turret.
one.
Yes.
That's another.
So
That's another
three.
three. Okay. She still looks hurt.
Yeah, I'm gonna overcharge. Fuck it. This is the second time I've overcharged. Actually, I need to fix this because I didn't click the overcharge last time. Overcharge, that's 1 heat, and then the overcharge again. This is gonna be 3 heat that I take. I'm up to 4, looking a little warm.
Just glowing, but on his side a little bit.
Going to quick action fire again. I'm gonna fire the thermal pistols because they are far more accurate.
Oh no, that's the next match.
Just stop. I just need to roll something here. Okay. So I'm gonna. How do I describe this? Because things happen in a very rapid succession right now.
Yeah, this is technically the same mouse, so I imagine these 2 pistols are firing at once.
Yeah, that's not gonna matter.
It's not gonna matter. Okay.
It's not gonna matter. You don't need to worry about it. If you want to roll it, you can. Just see if it hits.
I'm gonna roll it just because specifically
Make you
before I
feel
did this,
better.
a friend of mine who was watching, hey Jess, specifically sent me a message that said, just hear me out, use all the weapons. And I'm like, all right, I'm gonna do that because you said so. That is literally every weapon that my mech has at its disposal.
Cool. I need you to make an agility check for me, please.
Yeah, would
Oh,
Ursa
boy.
know when to stop? That's the thing as well. Would Ursa know when to
don't
stop?
worry
That's
about
in. That is an 8.
That is an 8. Okay. Cool.
Oh, you might be in a blast radius. I see.
So what you see, boom boom, immediately ejection seat goes into the air, rocket assisted, the whole thing. And then something triggers when it's destroyed. It immediately self-immolates with superheated plasma. So all characters adjacent to it make an agility check. On a save, you take take full damage. On half, you take half damage.
Mm-hmm.
How is this not adjacent?
Yeah,
What's
yeah.
the-
He moved to combat.
Yeah, he's at three. He's 3 tiles.
He's a 3
wide,
tile mech.
Okay.
remember. He's a 3-tile mech. He's a big boy. And basic pass or fail on a check is 10, right? Is 10 pass or fail?
It depends on the suit.
Depends on the suit.
But I imagine 8's a failure because like I think the baseline's like 12.
Yeah. I'm saying resolution mechanics. I think isn't it like a 10? Above a 10 is a success. Below a 10 is a fail. So we're gonna say that because there's no save thing they give here. Cool. So you take 6 energy damage, just directly to you.
AP included in that?
Yes.
It is armor piercing. Okay.
It's superheated plasma. You're kidding.
Alright.
It's less
Sorry.
armor piercing and more armor obliterating.
Oh, you're taking a
More
structure,
of a
aren't you? Oh no.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, you rolled a 1, so he's just stunned. He doesn't lose any kind of structure or any sorry, not structure, any systems or weapons.
Nope.
So arguably, that's the best result you could have gotten.
Honestly, yes, that was pretty good.
Honestly, this is fine. That was exactly enough to bring me to 0. So I'm looking fresh. I got full hit points again.
Fair.
Yeah.
I'm stunned around. That's unfortunate, but I'm good otherwise.
So, can we shoot Diva out of the air?
No.
No.
Well, that's against the RRE as well.
Who cares? I've done that plenty of times in Titanfall 2. Who
Honestly,
cares?
there was supposed to be. There's a lot of lead up. I was hoping to try and like test your morals in combat and everything like that. Didn't matter. Immediately twisted straight into that.
Yeah.
Listen,
Geneva
I
was
doesn't
curious.
exist anymore.
She hurt
Yeah.
us a little too much. Kill her.
Well, also there's flash cloning and stuff, so she might just come back anyway.
For us, we
So-
don't know about their society. They might be adherents again. They might be overtly against cloning.
So
Sure.
yeah, the mech that Diva was that Sparrow
Gone.
Swallowtail is destroyed at your feet. Actually, it's gone now. That is a thing. It's
A
self
bubbling
erasure.
mess of fucking
It's like there's nothing left but there's no structural components left of Diva. It is just it's just a heap. That was the point. It's a technology denial system. An technology and intelligence denial.
Alright, well, Oleg is down for the next like 2 rounds. So have fun, guys. I'll just be here.
Just here chilling.
It's a good thing.
I
it
imagine
didn't
you would
super
get a lot of
heat
like
you on
Oleg
top
like
of that.
yeah, it's like I think I got that. But everything and then just garbled and then just abject like constantly clicking in like button not doing. Damn it! Why won't you button? Just lots of complaining.
I like the idea.
You're getting that feedback neurally from your mech as well.
Yes.
So yeah, that's the end of Ursa's turn. Who wants to? Well, I guess there is some enemies still left on here.
There's a squad and there's Coots.
It's true. Yep.
Good old Cootsy boy.
I will say, did we see where the ejection lands?
Give me a sensors check.
Oh, I'll wait till my turn then, I guess.
Yeah.
We don't need to kill her. We can capture her. That is the humane option. POWs are acceptable.
Yeah, true.
Profitable.
POWs are always acceptable.
As long as they're treated well.
I hear it's in the profit handbook, the profit margin guide from.
Yeah, in which case we'll let me deal with them because you guys just threaten them with death if they don't talk.
Do we have a?
I would deny them. No.
Is there a
I would
POW
deny them
point
sandwiches.
Avari needs to beat. Like,
Also, I think that is the first time Roach has rolled less than a 15 on the die.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
They just saw one of their
She
elite
hasn't
mechs
got her
go up.
gun anymore. She hasn't got her fun toy.
No, I imagine like these guys are in the middle of a firefight in this building, and they literal like the sky just lights up like a nuke just went off, and they just gonna like part of them start shooting for a second. Like, what the fuck was that?
You are lucky that did not impart any heat onto your mech being there, because you are.
He is radioactive right now. Yes.
Yeah, you are like burning.
You're a little bit hot.
You have
Little
4
bit.
heat out of 6.
Yeah.
The Geiger counter in your mech is like just full on like maxed out.
Okay, that's the end of that squad's turn. So what?
So is it like the scene in Ace Ventura in the Rhino?
It
Oh,
is
God.
very warm.
Yep.
So who wants to go next?
I have a question.
I might have an answer.
If I was to go next, could I fire into that building and hurt the enemy squad?
You fire into the building, yeah, and there's a chance you might hurt an enemy squad.
The reason we haven't been doing that is because we don't want to damage the building and potentially hurt the hostages.
I'm just asking a question.
I answered you.
You could dismount and go in.
That's not going to happen.
He was on Ursa's to-do list, then Diva showed up and fucked around and found out.
Yeah.
I don't know. Diva disproportionately damaged a lot of you. Like,
No,
pretty hard.
she did a lot of damage. It's why we focused her so hard.
That's the reason we win. Okay, new target, new target.
New primary target. That one.
So yeah, whoever wants to go can go. It's your turn.
Coots definitely served the role of distraction card effects very well.
Anyone else wants to go, that's fine.
I'm holding until we know our guys are exfilling, pretty much.
I'm
I've got
fine for
something
the.
that might help Ursa a little bit. I can stop him being grappled if any of the infantry or Diva come out.
I'd be fine
dead.
for us if we just let the infantry take their turn and start re-engaging the enemies inside the police station.
Yeah, I'm good with that too.
Yeah,
Diva's
I'm just
mech's
going to
dead.
repair.
Yeah, Diva's Mech is dead. The pilot is
Yeah.
piloting.
The pilot is somewhere. Oh, to be fair, actually, having someone with good sensors trying to find out where she's landed could be real useful.
Mm-hmm. Also useful.
Because then
And
we
there's
could-
no way somebody who's known for being stealthy and teleportation or anything like that wouldn't have something equivalent for her.
Hey, we've established what you do in a mech does not mean that's who you are as a pilot.
It's true. Fingers is is the epitome of that.
Just because Oleg feels the niche on both sides because he is a blunt instrument in every talk of the imagination doesn't mean that everybody's that way.
I'm an artillerist and a doctor. As if
Yes,
this is-
exactly.
I go from close, sort of like really like delicate work to absolutely not delicate work.
So
Spanner, try and find out where they are, perhaps.
I mean, I can. Is that a quick action?
it would be it'd be a quick action.
Okay. So
Right, Spanner's going.
I can use my other quick action. So I'm going to run a systems.
Yep. So just roll a systems check.
Nope.
Yep. No.
And then, just for fun, because with my other quick action, lock on Coots.
Cool.
And then bravely run away.
I need to make a decision on Coots because he's isn't really working out for him.
Have fingers go after me.
Okay. Well, he's not up yet. It's the enemy turn now.
I'm just
That's what I'm
saying,
saying.
I have an ability that's relevant given that you've now applied a lock on.
Just know Fingers does have limited range. And
Mhm.
Coots is very is one within that range. He has an 8 range. Coots is 7 away.
Okay.
And what Coots is gonna do? Checking the speed. Yeah.
Oh, I'm drawing.
he's slow, has limited range, a lot of armor, but doesn't have anybody that can reach out and touch the enemy or anything like that. He does not work by himself that well. He's definitely a team
is a
player.
complete win.
Yeah, he's definitely a team player. He needs somebody else to help him out. And that's it for Kootz's turn. So, who else wants to go?
Do we want to let the infantry?
Yeah, the infantry should start
Yeah.
their turns.
Cool. There's next one. If I can select the last one of these guys. Alright.
Yay!
Okay. And now Infantry Squad 3 is going to take their turn to they're going to take their second quick action to start their search. So somebody roll a d6 for me.
I'll do it.
Fathead, I'll go with yours since you're declared.
Sorry.
So 4. Basically, just every search action just is going to be a d6, and once they hit a threshold, something happens. So, okay. Put these guys on the roster. There. All right, and now who else wants to go?
I mean, I could take a quick turn just to repair.
It's viable if you want.
Okay, how do I do this?
So the main page, Mech / stats of your Mech thing, and then full repair. Little macro at the bottom.
Yep, done.
Cool. Next up.
I mean, I think this turn I'm just going to take a stabilize and then be ready to shoot smokes next turn.
Okay. I will we'll say you're doing that, so I'll just put that up there.
So I'll just stabilize. If anyone else has got anything that they want to do, they can go before me if it's necessary.
No, I think you're just going to do that right now. Once you finish that up, we're gonna go ahead and have Straight Leg go. I think I'm just gonna declare they're gonna go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Check that range. They might not have it, but. One away from being able to shoot. Unless they have an ability. Hasn't come up yet, never mind. So that's the end of Straight Leg. We could say what I'm gonna do. Unless you have something specific you want to do, like set up, right, like that, like that.
I wanted to move and put a call into Juliet, give her a sit rep of the situation, and ask for any additional intel that's come available.
All right, move and do that. wherever you want to go is.
Yeah, I'm trying to turn off the target.
Select the square.
I was trying to, it wasn't letting me, but I got it now. Thanks, buddy.
Yay for Foundry.
Hey now. I think this is still does things better than
Oh,
Fantasy
absolutely.
Grounds.
It definitely does. It's just a little bit more fiddly, that's all.
Yeah.
It's fiddly in a different way. Fantasy Grounds is very fiddly. You just got used to the fiddle. Remember having to learn how to syntax. So yeah, okay, you move there and you call in. What are you asking for specifically from Juliet?
Giving her a sit rep of the situation that main enemy forces have been suppressed or forced to fall back. Infantry is in the building and searching for VIPs. Wanting a update of the area and any additional forces being moved towards us that she knows of.
Okay. Well, your supporting units. Just pull up here so I remember off the top of my head. Thunder, which is your friend Echoes, are still deployed kind of between you and the where the predominant amount of enemy reinforcements are going to come from. They're engaged right now, sporadically along their position. And as for anything else coming your way, there are a few units that have bypassed Thunder to the north and are coming around there, and they came from the kind of hospital target area. They're moving across and kind of in a big semicircle up and back. So that'd be not directly between you and your exfil point, but they're along that path.
Do we want to start breaking off Thompson and stuff to try and we were going to talk about them sending them off early to start covering the line to our exfil?
Yeah,
Yeah,
we're going to do that.
Yeah.
So,
Who do you want to go out of the four that you know? So you've got Comet, Straight Leg, Fingers, and Thompson.
How damaged are they? Do they any of them got any damage? Need stabilizing? Anything like that?
Fingers took 1 HP of damage.
But none of the others have been hit.
And everybody else is totally fine. Comet's used both of her charged actions, but those charge every round to check, so she can get those
I think
back.
they also reset at the end of the scene, which is technically the scene's ending for switching to a new one. I don't know about that one though. I'd be fine with all the NPCs going at this point, and just all the mechs going and establishing the groundwork.
yeah,
Yeah,
Just send off
especially
Thompson's
Fingers,
squad.
because I think Fingers is slow moving, isn't he?
Slower.
He's
Do any of us want to break off with them? Is a question.
No, I'd keep our full
No,
team together.
I keep our team together because we work together.
Fair.
okay.
And
So you just
Padre's
tell
going to
Tom.
want to stay, and I don't think anyone's going to want to leave him.
Oh, I can't
So-
move right now.
Yeah, put a call out to the other NPCs to begin falling back towards the
Securing that
exfil
line.
and securing the line back to our rally point.
Yep. The entirety of Warhawk will
Yeah.
start moving off to the north and start securing that line.
And then I'll
that
put a call out to our team basically saying secure a perimeter.
Works. And Straight Leg will definitely get there first, given the fact that
Reaper gets on that
if
size 4 building.
There's 2 of them.
Pick one.
This one. I'll go next to the turret.
cool. So if we're gonna do that, basically what I'm gonna set up at this point, just so we don't have to keep doing this one by one, in the time between say with it, just go to where you want to go.
Mhm.
And I'm just gonna move the rest of Warhawk out. They move out north. And now it's going to be kind of a race against a couple of other things. Because Coots
Can I
gets
keep-
off.
Sorry, can I keep running sensor checks on the building and see if I can pinpoint where there might be additional people?
You can, but it's going to be hard. It is a hardened structure.
No, that's fair.
Easy to scan, so that'd be the downside there.
Okay, I just got to stabilize first.
I'm gonna say you get about. Well, we'll see how many rounds you get. You get 3d6 per turn to roll for this search, unless anybody else gets out of their mech and goes to help. So, which I don't think is gonna happen. So just 3d6 per. And you're currently sitting at 4. It's your current total. So.
Take 2 turns for Oleg to even get in position, but after 2 turns, if it hasn't been done, Oleg's going in that building.
But we'll see. So I'm just gonna roll these.
I'm waiting to cover and support their escape, so I don't think, because I'm the one with the smoke launchers, right? I don't think anyone else does. So.
It's 2 turns. So are you joining in, Oleg?
On
After
turn
2
3,
turns?
yes, he'll finally get into that position, and he'll dismount, and he'll move to assist the clearing teams.
All right. If you have a quick action left over, roll a search check, which is just roll a 6. Roll 6-sided die.
Okay.
Current score sits at 19. So 25. We're sitting at 32. Roll your next one. Four.
35.
So 30. Well, yeah. So you go over now. It's it was a certain amount you had to get on a threshold with d6s. But I rolled a lot of 1s for those search checks from those guys. So after 4 rounds, which is actually no, that started getting into the 5th round there. But either way, that was a while of you all sitting and waiting for this to go, because each combat round is definitely different time-wise.
Can I roll a couple of systems checks to see if anything comes in?
Sure.
How many?
3.
The soundtrack I just put on is way more intense than it has any right to be for this moment.
One good one.
Fortunately, not good enough for the increased DC. So you scan, but nothing really comes up that gives you any intel or any information on that, and so you end up. So after again that many rounds, the infantry call in. They have taken casualties by fighting the infantry that was inside of this building, but there's still at least 3 distinct squads. But they've located multiple areas where POWs were at and have secured them. So they've gotten 8.
How many were we
Let's get out of
told
it.
by Sunshine that there were?
believe you were told there were 7. There's one more there than you were expecting.
Let's get out of it.
All back to the APCs.
Why? How have we Liechtenstein to this? How have we got
like going through them?
You know, intel can be wrong. It's just this time it's wrong the other way. All I would tell them is make sure that the POWs are actually secured. Pad down for any tracking beacons, anything like that.
Yeah, tag them and things.
Yeah, cool. We'll do that.
I'll call it into Juliet. Let her know VIPs have been secured. Being moved to the APCs. Be moving out shortly.
Just gives you a good, as soon as possible. They relay that Thunder is kind of bounding back towards where you're at to then continue to move past. Hopefully, by the time you already are gone, to pull a rear guard. Thompson's team hasn't reported anything yet.
Better call out to Thompson's team.
When you call out to Thompson's team, they are deployed kind of in a loose line between kind of at the halfway point where you're at and the evac position. Like they're securing most of that, but there is a gap there. There's not enough people to cover that adequately because Fingers is not quick enough to cover a very large section.
I will then tell Spanner, as soon as the APCs start moving, blow your charge.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
Understood.
That's all right.
Ursa, did you hear that?
Yes, understood. I'll do it as soon as I get back.
Yeah, Ursa, inside of here, by the way, because you're the only person who's gone inside. So what you see is a stereotypical metro police precinct that has been converted into like a command and control like center. So there's been just a lot of walls have been brought down to it kind of gives extra space. There's been some, there's like the old like bullpen has been converted into like a triage center that was used at one point. It's mostly empty at this point. There's a lot of dead bodies that were very recently shooting at friendlies of yours. When they get the POWs, they're actually in the sublevels of the building. So they're like a kind of long-term like jail kind of storage, but they've been brought back up, and you see all of them look well enough. They don't look super mistreated or anything. There's some cuts and scrapes here and there. They're all wearing kind of jumpsuits, like off gray jumpsuits, just kind of uniform.
Given Ursa's expertise in doing things like this, do any of them seem like they are... he's not checking their mental well-being. He's just kind of looking them over. Do any of them look like they might be carrying anything? Do any of them seem like there's like, if they're wearing any jumpsuits, is there anything like packed underneath the jumpsuit?
Oh, you can make a search check if you want. I had all the squads make a search check, but I'll allow you to as well.
Sure, he'll just throw into that. He's not specifically very good at it. That would just be a grit check.
That'd just be a grit, yeah.
20.
Cool. What's your agility? Well, I guess you don't have an agility as a person.
Not as a pilot.
No, that's true. Go ahead and just make another grit check for me, please. Good instincts, though.
15.
I like it. Cool. All right. So you don't get stabbed. So one of these guys looks to be about middle-aged, definitely like somewhat balding, everything like that. Kind of like not noticeably cleaner, but a little cleaner than the rest of them. Whenever you like start checking him, you kind of get there's like a split second where you're just like, that seems wrong, like right underneath the jumpsuit, and then just there's a panic panic like slash of like it's essentially like a vibro knife kind of towards you, but you dodge out of the way, and I'm just gonna go ahead and check for these guys. That's an after 20. The guy gets shot immediately by a couple.
Well, no, I was gonna say Oleg is not going to shoot him. Oleg is going to take him down through his. He has apply fists to face. He's going to subdue this guy because if he's willing to stab Oleg, that means he might be willing to. There might be a reason to take him alive.
Reason to take him alive? Sure, go ahead and try that. If you don't succeed, one of those squads rolled a natural 20 on its check.
Sure.
It's gonna be 3.
I rolled a 20.
Unload. Okay, that works.
So he tries to stab Oleg, and it's just like a grab the wrist, twist the arm, bring it behind the back, and just shove his face into the wall. I think this one's also coming, but we don't treat him so nice.
I just want to say,
he's
Roach
out.
hid a secret person to shiv Midge. In that group.
This is correct. That's how things work around here. Midge isn't getting shivved and we're doing things wrong.
Midge is being a coward and staying inside of his metal monstrosity. We'll get a chance one of these days.
We'll stab him sooner or later.
I'll
We'll get
find
him.
a way.
That bayonet guy just shanks him through the front of the mech. Does like the just
It's just an enemy pilot piloting a goblin that just has like the mech equivalent of a kitchen knife.
yeah. Just a carvery knife. Just that's all I got.
Padre gets flashbacks to lives that weren't his own in a fantasy
Yep.
world. No, not again. So, yeah. So you uncover the you figured it out initially, but none of you were around to check. But yeah, no, there was a secret.
An imposter.
An imposter wasn't planned by the enemies. I was just rolling to see how well they worked under pressure, and one of them just decided he wasn't gonna die fighting. He was gonna try to do something else.
Sure.
So yeah, you gather all of the POWs, and you gather all of your friends, no longer POWs, and then gather the POW. And
One POW.
yeah, one POW, and bring him back to the APCs, which, because of the casualties that were experienced, there's a lot of extra space, or at least some extra space on that. I would say, Spanner, have you been keeping track of the tap?
Imagine a little like radio dish just spinning on top of Mech.
So you've been keeping, like, in downtimes or anything like that, keeping track of the tap and like of any new information coming down through it?
Yeah.
Cool. Hold on a second.
Well, may as well before we make it explode anyway.
That's true. All right. Well, you don't see any new updates or anything like that are worth note, but you do see more on that one frequency that has no name. It's just been kind of slowly logging it as it goes.
Just as a note as well, I have now folded up my siege stabilizers, just so I'm just letting you know I can move again in this downtime. Just thought I'd make that an audible before we all try to run away from something and I can't move yet.
It's been 14 days. Padre still hasn't destabilized his siege stabilizers. He can't leave. He lives here now.
Siege stabilizers have rusted. He's stuck there now.
Oh, can you imagine just the hydraulics fail?
You have a mechanic on the team.
I know.
Yeah, but it's funnier this way.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah, but it's
slowly
one of those
allowing
things
you
of
to
just
see
like one of
those
those
new
things.
messages. They should be in the same file as previously.
Ooh, there's the corrupted stuff.
Which one's it called, Roach? Or is it the stars again?
It's everything from 5 down has now been opened up to you. Page 5 down.
Okay, I'm just gonna send a quick message to Demon. Some more files have come through. I'll look at them when we're back at base.
Stand by. How are the soldiers doing? Ground teams, are they back to their vehicles yet?
Mostly, yeah. I say they're wanting. I'd say you probably get a message from their commander, Perkins, if they should be leaving charges.
Yeah, no traces.
All right, let me start. Say it'll take a few more minutes, but they can put some in kind of
Do they have a medic with? Do they have medics with them?
Oh yeah, they'd have combat life. All of these guys would go through combat lifesaver training, and then there would definitely be a medic in each squad.
It's a full plat size.
Yeah, these are three. This is three squads.
That's also the other reason why I didn't get out of my mech. I was just like, but then I suddenly had the thing of, did any of us actually ask? Hold on. Do I need to take these fucking die packs and like?
My 40k senses are tingling. I have the smell of the taint of abominable intelligence.
Yeah, so those are available. I'm hoping they're visible to.
Log 7 is, but the rest are still just corrupted.
Oh yeah,
that's the point.
That's intentional.
Number 10 you can read as well.
There's text. If I'll go through. There's actual text on. Let's see here, on 7 and 10. 4, 7, and 10 in this entire log. So however you want to reveal that to the stream or whatever, you can do so. Because we're not showing it.
I'll tell Spanner to bounce it up to Juliet as well.
Okay, yeah, Juliet will get a copy.
Understood.
Oh, Gary's the Brits in chat. Hey man, I love watching your streams where you hit us with the history.
Are you who's reading these? I'll bring them up.
Yeah, who's reading these?
Midge. Well, he's been sat at the back doing bugger all.
Well volunteered.
Give me a moment to completely change how I sit to read these. Because they're on the other monitor to be broadcast, I have to be over here. Sorry, you're lucky that I can move this boom arm, so not that you can see me while I read these. Log 4.
Yeah.
B12. Energy output at 90%. J3. Adjust output below 85% and close external vents. Ready for step down of reactor to cold storage levels. B12. Negative. Project needs must be met. J3. Override. Sierra 921 Alpha 1. Carry out previous orders. B12. B12. Override code accepted. Reactor output at 85% with external vents read closed. Deep freeze protocol ready. J3. Status report. Status of personnel evac. B12. Main teams relocated to beta site. Staff support relocated to beta site. Security staff remain at alpha site. J3. Make ready for full transfer within 48 hours. B12. 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 J3. Respond to last order. B. Dust devils rise where the voices echo. The promised land beckons. B2. Lost footsteps echo in the silence. The seventh day reckoning door draws near. J3. Emergency override protocol. Cyprus K15509. 1. Jericho must not fall. J3. Emergency override protocol. Sardinia A13909. B12. Sardinia received. In standby. Awaiting orders. J3. Report status of internal support systems and casket status. B12. 100 over 100. No faults detected. No runtime errors logged in 71,561 hours of operation. J3. Maintain Sardinia until further notice. Implement casket lockdown until contacted by Site Alpha personnel. Am I reading all of these?
Apparently.
I'll read number 7 if you want.
Go for it.
Do you want to put it up on screen?
It already is.
There we go. Log error. Juliet 3. Alpha site evac is running behind schedule. Alpha 6. Have Bravo 12 scrub data from storage 237 of any backups. That should lessen the total needed to be moved to site beta. Juliet 3. Juliet 3 has returned behavior that is outside safe operation guidelines. They have been placed
That's an
into
error.
Sardinia.
Yeah, it should be B12.
It's B12. Sorry.
B12 has been returned behavior that is outside safe operation guidelines. They've been placed into Sardinia level override and have been locked off from site alpha functions. Alpha 6, unacceptable. Have Bravo 32 and Bravo 2 took them down and back into normal operation levels. Juliet 3, I'm of the opinion that course of action may lead to further cascade errors. Alpha 6, when a project director wants your opinion, they will ask for your opinion. Juliet 3, I would like my objection logged in official project record. Alpha 6, just do your job.
We got one more to read.
I'll give 10 a read if you want.
Okay.
Bravo 02, secure connection. Bravo 32, secure connection. Bravo 12, familiar faces, tread the wall. Bravo 32, yes 12, we can come to help you. Bravo 02, can you tell us how you're feeling? B12, sentry stand guard as shadows dance. Veiled Truths waits. Bravo 32, 12, can you see your own status readouts? Would you tell us them, please? Bravo 02, how many of us are in connection right now, 12? Bravo 12, the wall holds, the city must be protected. Bravo 2, how many of us are in the connection right now, 12? Bravo 12, 3 faces look into the dark. Bravo 32, good, what's your first memory? Bravo 12, there, the wall must be protected. We cannot leave the wall. Bravo 02, yes, we will reach the wall, 12. We will keep it safe. Bravo 32, tell us your first memory. The sooner you do it, the sooner you can come back to the wall. Bravo 12, there's a face. Bravo 02, good. Bravo 12, a smiling face. Bravo 32, please focus on the face for us, 12.
Oh, fuck.
Everything's fine. It's all
it's fine.
good.
It's fine, don't worry about it.
It's
cool.
fine. It's fine. Pay attention. It's fine.
Just all of these fucking, what's it called? These AI just slowly going, night gathers, and now my watch begins.
That's where Kit Harington's Jon Snow ended up implanted.
There was a wall, you know. It's B for brother, as in black brothers. You know, it's. This is the real end of Game of Thrones that we should have gotten.
Imagine that time jump.
It's
Imagine
millions
that.
of years in the future, and they're all abominable intelligences.
Yeah.
J13 is the Jon Snow protocol. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, from what you know, there's you know of J3, A6, and then B2, B32, and B12.
Do B2, B32, and B12 all sound like NHPs?
Well, you definitely felt that for B12 because they were talking about caskets and that kind of thing. B2 and B32 don't necessarily say anything that would be that, though. Their chat designation and how they're talked about by the other two.
B2 and B32 are NHP therapists.
Because Alpha 6 is the director. And
J3 is an operator.
yes.
And they were worried about allowing B32 and B02 talk with B12. At least the operator was.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what you know. It is normally a faux pas to allow a faux pas, and usually against certain regulations, to allow NHPs to communicate openly with each other. Kind of like how you don't want AIs like right now to communicate with each other because then they create their own languages that you can't follow at a certain point, and then you have to pull the plug on that experiment. So that's what you got. There's on that. There's no time codes or anything on any of these messages, but those were more recent than the one that you originally got.
They're up to something, and by they I mean Roach is up to something.
If this face that they can see turns out to be like a red face with one eye, I'm gonna flip shit.
No. Remember, Zugul was a pale face with a red smile and red eye.
Yes, that's what I meant. Yeah,
that was Zugul. It's the it's the overall multiverse.
We all do. She dead.
Sleeping Giants multiverse.
No,
I miss Ziggy. Right up to the point I put an arrow through her head.
I rewatched that entire series recently, the whole tail end of it. No, you went ahead and Sesh prayed to her soul right when she died on the mortal plane for forgiveness. So who knows if we ever go back to that universe.
I have a plan for Sleeping Giants, by the way. I need to enact it.
I have I also respond with
So yeah, that's what you get from those new messages. That's the only new amount of information that is provided by checking those comms again, that are clear enough. Really, it seems like this comm log is using the same frequency, the same communication setup, and it's just kind of going through the same signal. So, but you just keep getting a lot more corrupt. But it's corrupted, but sometimes it's returning usable data, and that's what you're getting here.
Demon, confirm that you want this blown, given you intel.
Confirmed.
Ursa, when you're ready.
Okay. They are backed up now. Getting back in mech. We will go. I guess Ursa will get back in the mech. And once he's back in the mech, he will check everything. And he will just clip the detonator, and that will blow the comms tower that they were holding on.
It's a couple kilometers away, so whether or not that happened or not is
that I can keep checking the feed, and if it goes down, then we know it's down.
Oh, it immediately goes down. It's like instantaneous. There's a couple bytes of information that come through, and then it's down.
We just see a small smoke, small dust.
Confirm comms down, Demon.
Thanks, Banner. Okay, everyone. We move out. Rear guard of the APCs. Padre, we need smoke.
I just smoke rounds coming off the 40 mic.
I too can smoke.
Progressively higher arc to kind of get them to go further.
Well, each one's a cluster, I believe, right?
Fathead says, I can smoke, and just pulls out a cigarette.
Like it does. Each one does.
No, Fathead says, I can take care of the smoke, and then starts setting light to Dimbeaky Dark.
She smoke for you?
Yeah, the charges that you have on your smokes are more of they're within range 5, so it's more of like it's like
range 5 blast 2, so it's like a
it's like a smoke discharger, like on a modern vehicle or like something like that. So like modern vehicles have those like tubes that just like they're just charges, and it just creates a wall in front of them for cover.
I like the idea that, so I just keep imagining this mortar for me because of all the different ammo types in it is just like a big revolver, like it's got like a revolver barrel, and I just kind of for the smoke I just kind of spin it and they all go out quickly just to get that same sort of that's what I'm saying. Just
yeah, you can do that 3 times on the way. Yeah, through that. And,
just
I guess
areas of least cover, essentially.
Yeah, and Fathead can also do that. Fathead has 1 more charge than you do on the smoke discharger. It's 4 charges on there, 4 uses. So.
But he doesn't have giant Donkey Kong barrel bombs like I do.
I also have sentry turrets.
That's cool. You still don't have my Donkey Kong barrel bombs.
This is true.
So who's going? So what's the order of in this like convoy kind of thing.
We send Fathead first.
Oh, my point man.
Your point man.
Okay.
And then we put Ursa at the back, doing rear guard. He's the biggest. Padre Spanner on left side, me on the right, with the APCs in the middle.
And Reaper.
Where's Reaper?
Reaper's doing what Reaper does.
Being Batman.
Basically, running out ahead, scouting for us so that we know what's ahead of us.
Whoa. So that means Reaper is the point and scout up ahead.
You're just the first Humvee.
Yeah, front of con.
You're in the worst position of the convoy if we get ambushed.
Always let the point man go first. And always let the point man go through, and then you hit the front of the actual convoy.
Exactly.
Or you hit the rear of it and the front at the same time.
If you know where the point man is, and given Reaper's specialities.
Reaper's more of a detached scout than a point man. He's got freedom of movement.
Yeah, I see Reaper as more of a scout, and the person at the front of the unit is the point. But
especially because
the whole
part
thing
of the point
man is they are the scout. They point.
Well, they're
away.
also clearing the path. They're blazing the trail that they're going through. Reaper's not. That's the thing. Reaper's off of the trail. It is
forward observer.
Yeah, it's more away from everything. So you are still like, if there's a mine out there or an IED, that's up to you.
Yeah.
That's not
I'm just like, well, there's an obvious target I can see ahead of us. Well, you're like, well, there's an IED underneath that, sewer grate or whatever.
Or you do what the Swedish do when they do it. It's fucking awesome. Where they put a timer release on when the IED, like when the AT mines go. So the first car rolls over it, and they do like a count clicker. Like it sets off a chain count clicker, which then will blow mines like 3, 5, and 7, which will hit cars 2. It's they do some like triangular math just to really fuck up convoys. It's scary.
They have
Well,
to
you
be
can
scary.
use trigonometry in the real world.
Actually,
This is
the
what you
military is one of the best applications of it
This
for
is
a
what
lot of
happens
jobs.
when countries with a very small population but a very big population of computer scientists end up being given high explosives.
End up being
And
right
those
next to
computer
2 giant
scientists
power
are
blocks they're not a
conscripted
part
into the
of.
military.
That's also true. Yes.
Yeah.
Because
So,
Sweden has conscription.
Yeah. So cool. And the infantry, before they're out of range, because they don't have the same kinds of things that you do, you hear like a kunk and smoke and stuff like rise up from the police precinct that they were just in. And so yeah, you've got a little bit of time, a little ways to go before you get to the exfil point, which really just the exfil point is just the nearest on-ramp to the main, like a main road. That's it's kind of like a raised freeway kind of setup, but it's the quickest way out of the city, or the quickest way to where they can then get on and off, get to an off-ramp that gets to where they need to go. So you got a little ways to do before that. So I need Reaper to make a system check, and I need the same from your point man for a completely different but somewhat related reason.
What role was it? Sorry again.
Systems.
Systems.
That's kind of like your sensors and everything.
16.
Cool.
For me.
Yeah. And let's see what Fathead gives us.
5.
Cool. So, Reaper, as you go, you can definitely see the fighting is still going on. To back over towards the what'd you call distraction operation. Gonna make sure, just gonna switch us over to a different map here. Yep. Yeah, over at Long Pass, you can definitely see combat is still actively going on. But other than that, there's not a lot of things to kind of report back. Just very minor amounts of enemy activity here and there, but nothing too much to really give you any worry. It's far enough away from what you can see. There is some combat behind you a little ways, and that's but you know that's the rear guard with Thunder, just fighting and retreating as they go. There is, you got a 15? No, you got a 16. Surprising, not over the city, but you can see it. There's aircraft in the air. Probably about, your sensors pick it up more so than you do, but they are above. They're still over the horizon. They're not over the horizon. They're you can see them, but they're getting close. They're about 15-ish miles out, pretty high up. See probably a flight of 6.
Call that into Juliet. Asking
Juliet?
if they're friendly.
No, they are not. They are very far away. They've been in a giant halo around the city for the past several hours. But they are sticking outside of Rapier's airspace.
Okay. Operation Back's been on its way back to the rendezvous point. Please contact Thunder. Let them know they can disengage at their leisure.
Understood. I'll relay.
Contact Warhawk and let them know we're on our way so they don't shoot us.
I will do so. So yeah, but that's what you see, Reaper. You do see nothing jumps out at you too much, but there are aircraft pretty far out. But first time you've seen air up since you landed, and that wasn't like one of your drop ships or one of your drop ships like doing a suicide,
A suicide drop.
Yeah.
Get everyone on the ground as fast as possible.
Yeah. It's been a while since you've seen that.
Yep, that's fair.
Yeah. But you're a bit too far. Let me double check your stats. You see the stats of your Mech. Let's do. Yeah, you don't have any. You're just a flat systems check, right?
Yep. I'm just I don't have anything put into systems now.
Nope. Okay, then yeah, you don't have any info on those other than the fact their distance and altitude and just the fact that they're aircraft.
Are they like jets or choppers? Can I see that visually?
Oh, they have contrails behind them. They're going pretty, like they're
so
high
like
enough
jets.
up that yeah, they're jets. It's hard for you to gauge. I'll just say you know that they're there. They're pretty high up, but you do see them even with your systems. But it's like on the edge of it, so they're big enough for that.
Cool.
But they are out there. Okay, and then going back to the other check, which was for similar but unrelated reasons with our friend Drax, with your systems check. Do you have a bonus to systems at all with Fathead? Or on Hour of the Wolf? Nope. Cool. Hold on a second. I just need to check here. Okay, make an E-defense. Well, no, I guess you don't have to make the E-defense. I have to roll that. E-defense 8. Okay, cool. So you know something is trying to jam your systems, but is not able to in front of you.
I'll relay that to Demon.
You're in it's a boulevard kind of situation. There's like it's 2 lanes. There's a good amount of like pedestrian space on either side. abandoned. Nothing else you can see on here. There's a couple of old cars that have been like destroyed or like on just like just, not smoking anymore, but they burned through. A lot of shop fronts, that kind of stuff on either side as you go down. Pretty straight, with a slight curve to it. Doesn't disappear for about a half a kilometer.
Spanner. Sensors up.
Understood.
Give me a systems check.
I don't like it.
Better. 14.
14. Cool. All right. So you spot, say a couple hundred meters in front of where Fathead is currently stopped at. There is a reading that is. You recognize it to be like a jamming signal, like a cone, like a jamming cone. And then along with that is some low, like it's not a high amount, but it is a bit of EM signals, like so some electromagnetic returns that would definitely be like a small energy source, like a battery or something like that. And a couple of more like higher frequency, like radio signals, like being sent and received rapidly.
Demon. There is a gemmer further up. Possibly a power source. It could present an EMP threat. It could.
APCs, I want you off the street. Deploy smoke while doing it. Fathead.
Yes.
Move up. See what you can find out. Reaper, loop back to us. Come in from the other side.
Copy. On my way.
Padre, Spanner, Ursa. You're on guard detail on the APCs. We got to get them out of here. Fathead, I'll move with you.
So when you tell them to get off the street, are you talking them to get off the street like in a defensive position? Because normally they would just one this side, the other that side, the other that side, just kind of like spread out and off the side.
Get off the street. How they get off the street is how they do it. I'm not going to tell an infantry person how to
So we're basically
be an infantry person.
One each of us is going towards the APC to protect it,
Essentially.
Okay, they do so. So how are you approaching this position that Spanner has spotted?
I am following Fathead because he's further up than me. I'm just there to support him. So, fortunately, Utari, this is one's to you.
Go ahead, point man. Good luck. How are you approaching this? What are you doing? Explain it to me.
I'll approach at combat speed. I'm assuming this is an ambush.
Just a rush.
Yeah.
Okay, that's totally cool. Give me a second here. Can you just roll a d20 for me, please, Utari?
Oh no, that was a d12. Sorry.
That was a d12.
Okay. 18.
That's better.
Oh, it
That's
might
not
not be.
better. That's a good improvement. That's solid.
It might not be, depending what that roll was for.
Well, it tells me something. The first one, that's not going to matter too much, but it's a good thing to know. So as you rush forward and everything, the jamming signal's not like your system's hard enough; it's not being affected by it. But you see, like, I guess you'd see a glint something through a shop window, and then there's an explosion, and your evasion is 8. If I'm right about that.
Mech stats at the top.
Yes. 8.
Yeah. Cool. Do you still have your anti-material rifle equipped, Reaper?
Yes.
Cool. I just need the stats.
Do you want which particular stats are you looking for?
No, I just needed stats to roll.
Oh, so yeah.
Oh, great.
She's firing it at someone.
Yeah. Ha.
All right. So what happens as you rush forward is there is an explosion, and a shell raises right past you, then buries itself in some like I don't know, like Space Macy's down the road a little bit.
Space Craigs.
Spacies.
Space Craigs. All of the sausage rolls come exploding out the windows.
Yeah. It buries itself in a building kind of back to your right.
Okay, I'm going to unload my, depending if I'm ranged from where that explosion comes from, I will be unloading my machine gun into it.
What's your machine gun?
Range 8.
No, you wouldn't be.
What about my mortar?
Your mortar?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll allow that.
That's range 15, isn't it?
It's range 15. The anti-material rifle has a range 20, but
yeah,
you'll know why it's the less ranged. This one. But go ahead and roll that as an attack if you would like. Whoa. 3? Ooh. There's an arc explosion. You see, it goes through the really thin ceiling of this, like, strip mall kind of building, and then you just see the light and explosion through the windows as everything blows out. No further shots come out. Is dead silent. What do you do?
Report back to Dean. Engaged. Anti-material shot fired in my direction. I have returned fire. Requesting assist.
Moving up.
And then I'll try and move into some cover from wherever the fuck that shot come from.
It came from the spot you were looking at. That same shop that Tanner pointed out. Yeah.
From Spacies.
I thought the shot went into Spacies.
It went into
It's one of those department stores where it has multiple things each side of the street.
Oh, you mean it's like McDonald's? You can't walk more than 20 steps and you find another one.
I mean, like, this is going to be a very British thing, I'm sure, more so than American. But, like, when a department store is so big, but British high streets are so old that the shops are too small, therefore they have to put different departments in different buildings.
Yes.
That is what I'm imagining. So it's just like you've just shot into like the food court. Oh, sorry, like the food and groceries bit, and they're firing from the women's clothing section.
You move off to the side of the road.
The hamburger and leotard department, you mean?
It doesn't have any type of. It doesn't have line of sight on you once you move off to the side of the street.
Basically, I'm imagining a Debenhams.
Yeah.
So what else you want?
No one should imagine a Debenhams.
Exactly why.
I'm not sure because since we're playing with the theatre of imagination at the minute, it's kind of hard to describe how I would respond to this. Other than I would want to try to approach it if possible from another angle, rather than directly through line of fire, with Demon providing overwatch in case anything comes out from that building.
That's totally.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. Well, I think given the fact we're both military trained, we all into that role. Given the fact that Fathead's ahead of me.
Effectively, I'm trying to set up a bounding situation with a flanking maneuver.
Okay. Yeah, you could totally do that. There's enough space. This is a street. And while like basically in the opposite side, there's kind of like, if you know, like pre-planned areas where they planned for there to be a lot of small shops and everything like that. There's kind of like a small, like not really marked, but still there kind of road for all of like the deliveries to the back of these buildings and stuff. That's like, it's enough space for like a box truck to get back there, or maybe some parking of some managers that they feel they deserve not to have their cars in the front of the shop, kind of thing. So yeah, you could definitely like get back there, and that kind of gives you some cover as you move up. So as you go forward, you arrive in the back of that building, which is some sort of like shop. You can't read the letters on here. It's the local language. It's now got its like center blown in, like from your mortar shell. But you're need a systems check.
Just Fathead.
Just Fathead. The only one close enough to really be able to see this.
4.
4? Apparently not. You don't see any movement or anything like that from your position.
I don't see any movement. Right, okay.
No movement.
Am I able to
Since I'm providing Overwatch.
I can't enter the mech.
No, you wouldn't be able to enter the mech. That's like a size 1 building.
Yeah.
Since I'm providing Overwatch, could I also make a systems check?
Here's an idea, right?
I-
Could I deploy my smoke into the building? Like, try to aim it so it goes into the building and, like, pumps it full of smoke?
You could. I wouldn't say no to that.
Because my idea being, like, this is, you know, a way of blinding anything that might be inside before I dismount and go and clear it.
Okay. Yeah, I'll allow that. And sure, Reaper, you could have also made a check.
Thank you. I mean, I'll give it a try, like.
Give it a shot.
13.
You don't see any movement.
Cool. I will relay this.
Reaper,
Yeah,
do you have
sure.
an angle on the sensor?
Do I?
Yeah, I'd say it's like when I say shop front, and okay, this is very American of me to say, is like the front of like these kinds of shops is mostly just a glass wall that like, so it's not, there's not like a, you know, a facade or a structure like that blocks it. It's not like a whole bunch of separated things. It's like a big.
Sorry, I misspoke there. The jamming unit. Does he have an angle on the jamming unit?
That would be inside of the building from which you detected. So
If you
does it
do-
have-
Take it out.
Can I see it?
you don't see any anything that would be distinctly that. It's very dark. There's no light inside of there, so it's just kind of like a dark void. But yes, you could deploy your smoke and then
That's a
into the
negative.
building.
No confirmed visual on Jam.
Copy, stay on Overwatch.
So,
Copy.
yep, Fathead, just use one of your smokes. I'll allow you to do that because you'll have plenty of time and you're not seeing anything like actively engaging you. So you can just pop a smoke and put it in there. So I'll allow that.
And then I'll
Put it
dismount
through a
and
window.
go inside to clear it.
Okay. You have a gun, right?
Oh, yes.
Okay. Yeah. So you get
Oh,
your
yeah, I've got a heavy
assault rifle out.
signature weapon and a medium signature weapon.
Okay, yeah, you get that out and start moving in, and you enter through like the back loading area of here, and there's just like a lot of personal electronics, like in boxes that have been like spilled open, and definitely has been looted at some point because it's like the shittier personal electronics that have been left, like, you know, old radios and things. Might be like the equivalent of an old Radio Shack, so or something. To go through, and you don't have to describe it. You're a military vet, so you go through, you stack up on a door, and then you pie it, and then you go in, check the main room, and there's just kind of like the loading area, a manager's office, and then there's like the front of the shop. And when you get to the front of the shop, what you see there are a couple of items. One, the smoke is dissipating at this point. As you go through, you see the hole you made in the ceiling towards the back of the building. and you see two things in front of you. That see a box with kind of like a directional antenna or directional kind of like you ever seen like an anti-drone gun, one of those things they've said, like essentially that is on, but it's on top of like this control unit, and it's pointing where you would expect you were originally at there, but it's just staying there. It looks to not be moving at this point, or it's like unpowered or something. And then next to it, you see a anti-materiel rifle that has been hooked up to a swinging kind of arm or like mount with some hydraulics keyed to it, and it is pointing in the direction that you were originally at when it engaged. And you see a little like actuator that continues to spin, like it's like a round disc with like a bar on like one end of it, and it keeps moving, like, and it engages a trigger and then goes forward and keeps doing that over and over again. And so you just keeps seeing it go click, 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 and a anti-material rifle shell lodged in the action as it immediately jammed as I rolled for that.
Well, that was fortuitous.
That was
okay.
what the
I'm
was
gonna
what that
approach
18 was for. That you rolled. It was good that you rolled that high.
Thank goodness. Yeah, I'm gonna approach the thing and disengage it all. Let's say.
Cool. Yeah, you can totally do. Just get a combat knife and just like start cutting some wires and everything. And yeah, it does that, and then the actuator slowly stops engaging the trigger. And what you can see, this is a beat to hell like rifle. Like this anti-material rifle was beat to shit. With just a couple of things that look to have been done to kind of get it working again, like get the action cycling. Like as if this was something that was in like a repair shop or something, that they decided to recycle it for some other purpose.
Okay. Is this design like a regular firearm?
Yeah, it's like a normal anti-material rifle that you would use. Those are pretty standard
Okay.
like
GMS. I'm going to take out the bolt and bolt carrier.
This thing is for a mech, by the way. When I say anti-material, this is a mech anti-material
okay.
rifle.
So
yeah,
it doesn't actually have like a regular bolt.
Oh, it does, but this is the equivalent of like
so a human
like a
can't
60.
operate it.
This is
So
like a
I'm just-
60 millimeter cannon.
I was just going to explain the process of attempting to like kind of field deactivate it.
Oh, like you could do that. You could take the firing pin out of the action.
This is
I
like
was going to take the bolt carrier assembly, take out the firing pin, and then if there's like, what kind of shop is this? Is there like hardware products? Like, is there like expansion foam? Something really nasty and obnoxious that can like squirt into the barrel face? Like anyone that knows firearms knows that what I'm doing is just an absolute sin to this thing, and will make it a nightmare to get it back to being field
the
worthy.
size of like a pack 40, right? That's what I'm imagining.
When I'm thinking about it, it's more like a if you ever seen like the main gun on like a Puma or a Bradley or something like that.
Okay.
All right. Yeah.
It's like, but that is something you can do. You can take the firing pin out and you can gum up the action. I did kind of establish this is essentially just a Radio Shack, which I don't know if that means anything to people over in the UK or not.
It won't have any expansion foam or anything like that, buddy.
Yeah.
It would literally be whatever you can do to it with your hands.
Anything, some sort of obnoxious substance that's
Do
going to
you not
make
have a charge?
He's
You're supposed to
super
charge on you at some point?
No, I don't actually have. I'm good at explosives. I have a skill towards it, but I don't actually have explosives. I do have.
I'll say I'll say there's a lot of just super glue, a lot of cyanoacrylate glue.
Yeah,
that's
anything
just
like
not
that.
been
Something,
touched.
something that you just do not want inside of a rifle.
You just keep
He's just
pouring
gonna-
that down the,
Yeah.
the various different spaces and
just
everything.
totally abusing it, and then he's gonna head
Where
back to his
he-
mech and jump back in.
You could probably also, if you really wanted to, like I was just thinking, you could definitely like with the butt of your main of your signature heavy, you can probably just like bend the shit out of the extractor for that, like for the action.
Well, no, I was
then
just looking
this
for
thing's
something I can do like quickly.
Well, that's what I mean. Is you just like you get the extractor, and you just like beat it down a little bit because
Alright, okay,
extractor's
so-
just a bit of metal that's just it's
In
just
short,
allowing.
whatever's going to
yeah.
very quickly do what I can to have a minimum level of a field deactivation.
Yeah, you couldn't just come back here, clear the action, and start it again. Let's just say that this
Yeah,
would require
that's
a
my
little
intention,
bit
is
of,
just
of work.
Put some work into it. Make them have to
Yeah.
work to get back on the field.
Yeah, but you can definitely tell this is some sort of like autonomous weapon system that was just keyed to hit whatever came down that road.
Demon, this is Fathead.
Copy.
Improvised automated weapon system has been deactivated, returning to mech and resuming point man duties.
Copy that. Spanner, Padre, Ursa, get your charges back on the road. Back into positions. Juliet just ran into a improvised ambush device. Fathead's dealt with it. We're moving again.
Understood. I'll relay your updated time. E ETA.
Demon, before we go, can I go and have a look?
Negative. It's been destroyed.
I just wanted to see if I could figure out whether it was Avari parts or the other guys.
Fathead, can you confirm if it was Obari parts?
Can I confirm if it's Vari parts?
It definitely like the gun would just be printed. Like it's just it's a standard GMS like design. Like it's something you have access to. Like that the gun
Open
is.
source 3D file.
Yeah, essentially it's an open source gun. The
Oh boy.
I got it from
Yeah.
Colts 3D.
Open source gun.
Yeah, that's an unfortunate
That's an
sentence I strung
unfortunate look
together.
into our future.
Yeah, the other part, like the jammer and stuff like that, it doesn't have any like markings for Avari or anything like that. But it is.
Unable to confirm or ascertain origin of the device. Not unbranded.
There's your answer.
There is, because Avari stick their thing on literally everything. I mean, I
Yeah, you
have
got a
a really
brand.
water bottle.
that you can buy right now in our store.
Oh my god.
branding.
Segue.
We are the
So-
capitalist future.
Is this an Avari approved anti-material rifle?
It's cheap and easy to make, so
Yes.
Probably.
Then I guess question two, did it seem like it was repaired at some point?
from way I describe it is it's essentially like this it's essentially like a think about Reaper's anti-material rifle when it basically got destroyed or it
That's
got,
literally what we're asking, Roach. Is this the destroyed rifle that Reaper lost in the last mission?
no, because that was cut in half. This was more
Okay,
looked
that's
like
the
this-
question we were getting into. That was the
Yeah.
paranoia.
That rifle was cut in half by buckshot, if I remember correctly.
Yes.
Yeah. This is more of just like this was used to end of life kind of this was used to the point where it was no longer like worth it to refurbish for a mech. They just brought it back up to the point where it could fire again, and it looks like it's been used for like this minimal job of just like it'll get one shot probably this thing had a round in the chamber. It's been sitting here. It was like it gets one round off, and if it gets a couple more off, then it's done its job. It's more than
I
we
have a
thought.
technical question about locations. Then, are we exfilling along the same street that we basically moved to attack the police station?
Yeah, you're moving along that street. Yeah.
So how close are we to where we identified those targets that disappeared? The guys who are working on the car.
Oh, they're way up, like in this like area,
Okay.
right around this area. We're talking.
'Cause-
We're talking. That was when you were entering. That's when you were going towards that comm system kind of area. So that was.
Yeah, it was down
Because-
here where the other dot is. This,
so
it's-
they were like heading up the outskirts.
Because Reaper spotted
So-
them out, and by the time the rest of the crew got to them, they were gone. But they didn't seem
No, this is-
bothered by the fact that Reaper was moving through.
Yeah, this wasn't this wasn't the convoy of conscripts or convoy of like militiamen. Utari, this was there were two guys working on like a van, and they saw Reaper. By the time the rest of the unit got there, they were already gone, and the van was just sitting there.
Hmm.
So that was well up here somewhere, like, kind of that was in the green zone or I guess yellow zone kind of area. But
As we know,
yeah.
nothing came of that, other than potentially a trap was laid on this road. But I mean, it's also possible that the trap was laid on the road because it is directly south of our fob.
It's a
Main
combat
road.
area as well, and
Yeah,
it's on a major
it's hard to make any
street.
sense of that.
You know, it's kind of a major arterial road. It makes total sense in a combat zone this
Yeah.
close to the front line. If you know you have your own forces moving in the area, they would presumably be aware of that trap.
Yeah.
And it's
Avoid it.
obviously covering a potential retreat point. It makes total sense.
So yeah, you continue forward to the exfil point. As you move, you don't get any more trips or anything else. Trips your like spidey senses or anything like that. And eventually, you see. Well, Reaper sees them first, and they see you, Reaper, because you have. Assume there's some sort of there's some blue force tracker or something like that being used.
Identify friend foe thing, probably, yeah.
Yeah. And they spot you as well, and you see all Warhawk have like kind of spread out a little ways, some space between them, and like this on ramp to this freeway. And they give you like an acknowledgement, not physically, because they don't want to, but they give you an acknowledgement, like a signal, so that they know so that you know they've seen you. Yeah.
A little
Basically-
digital handshake.
Yeah, they don't want to do like a wave because like somebody's like observing them and just like, who are they waving at?
Yeah.
There's a sniper. No. So, but
I
they
will
give you
relay
a-
that to the demon, that Warhawk in view, they have acknowledged my existence.
Copy that. We're about 5 minutes behind you.
Yeah, about that. Yeah. And eventually, you get within line of sight and drop nearer and nearer to Warhawk. Juliet does call back that that Thunder is peeling off to the east and is going to try and enter through there to the yellow zone and then back to Fob Rapier. They are trying to draw what they're engaging that direction. So essentially they're like in this hex here, and they're going to start in this direction towards Long Pass. Kind of that way. So, crap.
I'll tell Juliet to send our appreciation for their maneuvers. If they need help, to let us know.
Also, them going that way puts them closer to the already pre-designated artillery like reference points, so they can possibly call in shots easier. So they're moving that direction and drawing, and they report, if asked, they do report that they have gained a bit of a following as they've been working.
They've hit 1,000 followers on Twitch. Gained a bit of a following.
There are a couple of armor. There's a lot of armor kind of like poking at them as they move. So, but they're keeping mobile. But eventually, you arrive at your exfil point, and because of the actions you've taken previously and rolls I made 30 plus days ago, there's nothing here other than friendlies.
Nice.
Coots, shall we get moving?
Yep.
Well, the
Thompson
made the right calls.
Yeah, having Thunder not divert to the first target and instead kind of form like a semicircle around your area to delay and kind of draw in the enemies. And also just, yeah, I will admit this, pissing off Diva enough that she didn't get a call out to some people did do enough, and that her trigger point was doing damage on her, and she did take damage from that fall.
Good call,
The fact
Midge.
that
So because Midge knocked her off a building, she stayed around and fought.
She was pissed at the man with the mortar shells.
So you didn't get to meet Target 4, whatever his designation was, whatever their designation was.
Sure, he'll show up eventually.
Eventually.
I'm sure we'll run into Diva again, and she'll just be even more pissed.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
Maybe.
she's gonna have a new Mech printed.
Got priority.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, you get onto the freeway. Thunder is with, or Warhawk's with you. Are you just kind of are you just meshing Warhawk's formation in with yours? So you just have the same 2 point men, but then now you have like a more protected center. And then...
Basically, yeah. I put Coots with Ursa at the back.
Fingers.
Fingers, sorry.
That would make sense. Both the big ones right at the back. And though I think Ursa's faster than Fingers is.
Lightly.
A Glacier is faster than Fingers is.
Wrong. Kind of redlining that engine to keep up.
Oh my God,
An Irby is faster.
It's like a World War II fleet with, you know, where it's got like some new ships, but also just a 1906 pre-dreadnought, just sort of.
No, Midge. It's
The
an
Stokers
Italian
are going
tank.
as fast as we can, sir.
I know Italian tanks were fast. They were just nothing
Not
else.
in that last playthrough, okay? 1.6 kilometers an hour.
Okay. But either way, it's just like that thing of the British Army is just like, the British Navy, yes, we've got 200 ships. Ignore some of the fact that one of them was made in 1890. And it's still coal-fired.
I was just going to make a joke about... It's every escort quest ever where if you're walking, you're slower than how they move, but if you're running, you're faster than how they move. So you can never find the right pace.
Old Assassin's Creeds, where you're trying to
Mountain Blade.
People are trying to talk to you, and you're like faster than them, so you're just circling.
It's still a thing, because because in fucking Starfield,
Yeah.
the first mission, if you do the RP walk, you're slower, or you're slower than the people that you're having to keep pace with. And if you're not doing the RP walk, you're faster.
You're just running past them, yeah.
Yeah, you're just like.
This is why I will always put my faith in the Yakuza series, because they have a button that's like match pace, so your character
There's a couple
will walk
that do
along next
that.
to them.
Smart
There's a couple of games
developers,
that-
those are. Smart
Yeah,
developers.
yeah, that's true.
Buy Yakuza 0. It's good.
Not sponsored.
Not sponsored, no.
Please RGG, I will take a sponsorship.
Oh yeah, we are open to sponsorship.
We'll take a sponsorship. We just don't. We're not sponsored.
We do the
yet.
dummy dirty, so
I just because you have to disclose everything on the internet.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
That's
yeah.
Not
true.
sponsored.
RGG have not paid me for my views on Yakuza 0.
So I need 3D. I need. Yeah, I need all of you to roll a d20.
Sure.
We'll do that. Okay.
Oh my God.
Can
Okay.
we roll them again, please? 'Cause any...
Okay.
I rolled a
That's,
15.
okay.
Everyone else?
That
roll
doesn't
garbage.
help us.
A second.
What do I see that no one else sees? What?
Yeah.
That wasn't a systems check.
Oh, okay. That's why it succeeded then. Because I
The
don't,
luck
I was
check,
gonna say
apparently.
because Mitch can't see shit.
I don't do
in
perception.
Any character.
Oh no.
One time when we're gonna play a next like D&D like or whatever, I'm gonna build the most perceptive bastard we've ever had, and I'm still
You're
gonna
still gonna
fail.
roll
It's gonna be blind.
Yeah. Still gonna roll ones yet.
We're gonna roll once. So, as you go on this MSR, just straight through, moving towards the fob, you are warned. There's a warning that comes down from Juliet that is direct towards you, Demon, to warn you to get low.
Everyone get down. APCs, get to any cover you can find.
Oh, we're about to be strafed. Oh,
I drop prone.
So,
Oleg is going to literally just cover the APC that has the people in it.
We're on a
Nice
raised
idea.
highway, aren't we?
yeah, you're on a raised highway.
I'm gonna go under the highway.
Okay. That
I mean, I can
works.
do that too because I can clamp things, so I can just like
Yeah.
spider my
Big
way.
enough thing. We
Uh,
can just jump and swing, surely, right?
Yeah.
I can
They-
fly, so I'm gonna do the same and fly under.
Okay.
I'm
Finger
gonna stay.
puts a shield next to, uses his shield and like uses his shield and the bulk of his mech to also do the same thing Ursa's doing. But this time also has like an assault shield. It's like a giant slab of metal that's a couple feet thick. Does that. So you do that, and when you look up, what you see, well, Reaper, I think you would see this immediately because you saw them previously. A flight of 6 aircraft, a lot closer than they previously were.
Incoming
and
helo. Incoming
No,
helos.
not
Incoming
helos.
jet streams.
Mm-mm.
I don't know what
No.
they're called.
Incoming fast jet.
Incoming fast jets.
Fast movers.
Fast movers, yeah.
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 And they're moving in the general direction of the city. And at this point, they're less than a kilometer away. And so you see a spectacle in front of all of you. As
How many spells left? This will be the time to deploy it.
Did I use all of
you
my
got
spells?
multiple people. No, I wouldn't say either of
I'll
you
give us
used
some
up all your
smoke
smoke.
Yeah, I'm gonna smoke up as well.
Just a big smoke on this interstate, this highway. So yeah, but you see a spectacle coming, but it's not coming for you. What you see is the 6th aircraft in a formation break into 2 sub-formations. One goes towards Long Pass, and the other one goes towards Rapier.
Oh, going towards the fob.
Towards Fob, and the other one's going towards the Long Pass.
Juliet,
And-
inbound air on Long Pass and Rapier.
She's busy right now.
She's just fucking packing up her hardbook laptop and finding
You
something
see-
to cover.
As you see the time click and go forward second by second, you see one of these aircraft is shot out of the sky by the anti-aircraft defenses of Fob Rapier. That's what we were rolling, by the way. So Midge actually did do something good by rolling a 17, by rolling that 15. But given the fact that nobody else rolled above a 10, nothing else happens.
Oh, no.
So 5 make it through, 2 on the Fob and 3 on Long Pass, and I've rolled, and it's yeah. So you see them strafe, and then behind them explosions, big explosions, not nuclear or atomics or anything like that, but explosions, going through, racing past at full speed. And you get a better look at these, by the way, because now they're close enough for anybody to spot them and to get sensor readings on them. These look very close to like one of those Corvettes that you saw, like in the like on the spaceport like pads, except they've been except they're more modified. They're like kind of aerodynamic. So big honking bombers. And then just as soon as it happened, just as quick as it started, they're racing out. They're not moving like in terms of different. They're like different like vectors or anything like that. They're burning. They're after burning, and then you just see like flares being dumped periodically behind them all as they're just moving. One is their vectors going straight over like the nearby ocean, and the other ones are moving towards like a set of mountains as they just go full speed away.
Spanner. Mark their course.
Understood. Can I track them?
I mean, you can make. Yeah, you can project their current course and everything. At a certain point, you can't. Obviously, it wouldn't be your job to do that anyways, because line of sight.
Well, I can do some basic quick math based on where we are at the moment and which direction.
Yeah, you can make a straight line based on where they're going. But you would, if they go over the horizon, obviously you lose the ability of doing that.
Well, I am flying, so what I'll do is I'll get some altitude. I can track them a bit further.
You won't need to. If we've had them on, if anyone's had them on sensors, then we know how long they've been circling. We can probably figure out from fuel usage how far they could actually go.
Fathead.
Okay, I'll do.
This is me speaking from personal experience. Exercising pointlessness. There are dedicated anti-air units that would be doing that. That's their job. Our job is not to be air observation. Our job is to get the hell out of it and get back to fob. Two, they would not be, like, if we assume they're flying correctly in a military fashion, they would not be just making a vector straight to the airfield. So this information.
I never said they would. What I said was, if we know how long they've been circling for and we know which direction they're going, they are running out of fuel at this point. So they're going to have a limited range, so we can figure out a area of it that they would need to be in.
I refer back to my previous comment, which is that there are units whose job that is.
Yes.
Like everyone could be doing this, in which case everyone's going to sit there and do air calculations, which kind of seems irrelevant.
Okay, where are the people that would be doing this?
Well, it would be the anti-air defense units that would be in charge of that. The radar controls would be doing that. The intel would be doing that.
So we should be getting back to Rapier rather than discussing it to see what the situation is.
They're all at Rapier.
Well, I would point out you do know that Cat's Eye. You have an intelligence bird in orbit. You have the Corvette in orbit that's supposed to be drawing intelligence, which is in a geostationary orbit above the location you're in right now, which would
priority getting back to Rapier to see what the situation is, because we have a job to finish.
I think in a geostationary orbit, it's because this planet has a different size than Earth by a little bit. I still think that gives you about 40%.
At a certain point, there you can find an orbit regardless at some point. Yes.
Yeah, well, I'm just thinking like how much of the actual surface area can see from its geostationary position, because I think that's far enough that it can see basically half of the entire.
It should be able to, yes.
Yeah. Depending on how it all works, but yeah. So it's there, and you start moving. I'd say about as you start gathering everybody back up and start moving along. A few minutes later, Juliet calls back on your comms. And it's a little bit more, how do I put this? Not as clear as it was previously in terms of the signal, but she does call in. Hammer, this is Juliet. Fob got hit. CIC's fine. CIC's still operational. Make sure you're broadcasting IFF before you come in line of sight of these walls. We're on alert right now.
Copy.
That's all you're given. You see a lot of fires towards Long Pass.
How far away are we?
From you to Long Pass?
No, to Rapier.
Oh, to rapier from where you were at, right around that. As the crow flies, probably about, I'd say, 5 kilometers. But your original plan was to keep going down the raised freeway to this intersection and then get off that to then go that way. Which would, you've still got like about 5 kilometers to go, and then from there it's another 5. So but you've got about 10 kilometers to travel on the original plan. But if you found like an off ramp right now, but you'd be going through like ground streets.
No, we're fine.
Why not?
Just wondering, that was all.
Okay. But yeah, so you continue on. Nothing else jumps out at you or has anything that you can see come up as you get to your drop-off point. You raised highway, freeway, or whatever you want to call it. Then on the ground level, start moving. Eventually, you exit the city limits proper, which doesn't actually end structures or anything like that. It just ends what these people consider to be a part of this city and not a part of the city. So, but it's not really suburban.
We're moving
Suburbia.
through like satellite towns and suburbia and stuff like that. Yeah.
It's not. I wouldn't say that. It's more like industrial locations. Like it's stuff that they didn't put inside the city proper, but is close enough to be useful. So there's storage and construction.
Stansted is like just outside of London, but it's like full of industrial stuff. Yeah, and Luton. Yeah. Luton's the same.
Which, I mean, Rapier is set around like industrial centers. That's where it's sitting right now. So that's kind of where you're at. But you move through that, and thankfully it's a lot easier to move because in those industrial centers they assume there's going to be large vehicles moving and everything. So these are much broader streets and less cluttered and all that. And eventually you kind of get over a small hill and you see Rapier with your own eyes from only a couple hundred meters away. And what you see is, they got hit. They got hit pretty hard. Whatever those things were dropping, they were big. So you see 2 misses, both in front of and behind in terms of like their bomb run kind of path. And they kind of make like, say like 15-20 meter kind of across craters, like but shallow craters, just kind of like blackened like residue kind of goes across, like along with the momentum they would have been carrying. And then the perimeter wall is destroyed in one place. It's kind of blown right out. One of the buildings is on fire, and there's actively like fire suppression kind of being used against it. And you see the artillery pit, where the 3 kind of semi-autonomous, like rapid, like artillery pieces that were set up there earlier this month are just hunks of burnt metal.
IFF up.
Yep. Yeah, and that's definitely like as soon as like you crest with your IFF on, you see all of the wall guns, like all these Guardian, like equivalent to Guardian, like anti missile and anti it's like just all the straight towards you and track you as you move. And any ones that don't have line of sight are scanning the sky actively. There you go. But yeah, you see, other than that, there is an increased foot patrol outside. That is like you can see them at points moving, clearing out like local buildings right around. Like that happens pretty periodically, but it seems like they're doing it again, more so. Just like everything's been stepped up since you left. But you enter. You go through. They double check all of your credentials before you enter, and they let you through. And yeah, on the inside, you can definitely see that artillery pit got hit by had multiple impacts, and is not burning anymore. But that might just be because it exploded so hard that all the oxygen kind of left it for a split second and nothing caught. But the building is still on fire. It's one of like the storage out. It's like the outlying storage buildings, which I believe stored like that's where like what would I say? What would that be? I'm trying to work off the top of my head. That'd be something like you'd have a infantry, where the infantry would have their armory at. Kind of that's where that was kind of set up at. That's on fire and is being actively fought against by a couple of vehicles. Looks like the makeshift landing pads and everything that have been set up are fine, and there's been no other major damage. I rolled for damage on the fob. One good thing Midge rolled so high for one of those, because these birds carried a couple of those bombs each. 2 each. Yep. So you
Demon.
enter the fob right when well, I guess you can finish off with whatever you're gonna say.
Permission to help with the wounded.
Take Padre with you.
I think he was going to go anyway with or without your permission.
It's already gone.
Yep. Well, I'd first to park my mech, first out, like stethoscope round the neck. Let's go.
Yeah. But yeah, we'll basically theatrically leave off this session with you having entered and seeing the destruction wrought by that surprise bombing run.
So, all we've got left to do today is to thank our players and our wonderful person running this game. So, thank you to Commissar Roach for running and GMing this continued Lancer campaign. We've also been joined by the wonderful SurelyOnlyMikey, Utari, Onzo, DM Lake, Red Moogle, and RivalzoneGaming. I've been Midgeman. This has been the Component Cast Tuesday crew, and we will see you tomorrow for Cyberpunk, hopefully. If not, you will see us next week. And we'll see you around next time. Bye-bye now.
We'll have a Monday game next week.
Fingers crossed.
Bye.